So for the World Cup, anytime that you are racking a bag, you need to randomly shuffle the characters, and then you get to pick sort of just the top ones for the players that are playing in the game, and then you can make up to 5 substitutions, which at this player count is essentially you can set your whole bag, which is kind of nice. So oh man, this is gonna be fun. Okay, we've random this. Oh, we don't have a poppy grower, but that's fine. And this, I'm just gonna select sort of our general starting setup. Oh no. No, I don't want to run a Legion game. Fuck. I mean, honestly, we could, because like this rule doesn't actually have any effect in Legion as I understand it. Although, I'm just gonna quickly go back. Yeah, I think he said for Legion. I'm just gonna do a little search up. So we have like a server for all of the script writers. And they were able to kind of like put in extra thoughts and different things about their scripts. I just want to see if Legion can register as minions to this rule. Okay, well, Zeth says Legion is slightly odd because it only mechanically interacts with Evil Ogre, but Legion can play a crazy social game with it. Let's see. I mean, chat, what do you think? Should we run Legion? Should we do a Legion? It spat out Legion in the randomizer. Or should we just go Kazali or I guess Oho? Legion could be one of our swaps. Yes, Ogre would not stay in the bag if we did Legion 100%. Interesting. Yeah, I know, just swapping out Legion count as 1 swap per 6. Well, I think it depends, right? Because I think my understanding is you're allowed to make swaps that, oh no, it's that mandatory swaps count as part of your swaps. I would assume taking Legion out would count as 1. Oh, oops, sorry. Lachlan is Zeth's, my bad. I think it says that on the website though, so it's fine. This is the problem when you play with all these people in person, that you're like, you know, I know Theo docs like half of the Wednesday stream on Wednesday night. Let's see. I think we'll keep Legion because it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Which means we take out the Widow or the Ogre, so that's 2, and we can change basically a couple of the townsfolk. I don't think I love Puzzle Master with Legion. This is a really rough setup already, but we can do a super strong Amni ability to balance it out. I actually don't mind going 3 and 6, 3 and 5 maybe. That's oh wow, I don't quite understand how the setup, like the number of mods works with Legion, because inherently you are swapping so many things. Let's see, I think we'll take out the Puzzle Master. Because like just to put Legion in, we had to take out, I think it would be helpful for future World Cups to have rules about Legion basically, and how many swaps you can do to make a viable Legion setup, because in this case like we've had to take out a load of townsfolk and put in a load of Legion, and oh cool, now we have more people, which is great. I think we could go 6 and 4 with the Puzzle Master, or 7 and 3 without. What do we think? I think like 7 and 3 is good, but it's tough. But that's okay. Yeah, I think what's really interesting with Legion is that in theory, because Legion can register as a minion too, if you have a rule, like if it was just any rule that was in play that said if 5 or more players live, evil players who nominate other living evil players immediately swap characters, like there's nothing that says that those characters can't misregister to each other, just rules as written. So like you could have a Legion that swaps with a Legion, and then that like creates a Widow and a Harpy or something. But I think that's also like not Lachlan's intention, not Zet's intention with the script. So I'm gonna run it the way that he has expressed he wants it run. And then probably some other time, just for fun, I'm gonna run it where they can misregister, because I think that's really interesting. But yeah, we can talk about this while we wait for our last two players to get here. I think we will go, if we can think of a really strong Amni ability, we'll go 7 and 3. If we are less convinced about that, the thing is, I'm worried that if we do an Amni ability that's like too strong, it is also really funny that it's all 3 the storyteller visiting roles. If we do an Amni ability that's too strong, everyone's going to be like, well, that player is just confirmed, and therefore they we don't want to kill them, because this is sort of the issue in Lead, but we could always kill them in the night. Okay, I think that's fine then. I think we will go 7 and 3 just because I think Puzzle Master is going to be too rough. The other option would be to put in a Lunatic as the outsider, because like we are allowed to do swaps, and like technically what we've done is we had, if we put in Legion and put in the normal number, then I guess like our starting setup would have just been this, and then we could like choose how many. Again, I don't think the setup rules were written to factor in Legion, because you simply have to make more swaps than are allowed in order to accommodate for Legion. So we're just gonna we're gonna be as authentic to the setup as we can be. And yeah, I think, well, okay, we'll put in 7 Legion tokens, and then if we want to make one of those players the Lunatic, we can. I think that could be interesting to do a Lunatic. And then maybe we do an Amni ability that has to, like, that can help the Lunatic somehow. Or I think we give Savant info that helps with the Lunatic. The tricky thing, I have some dice here, so I will basically roll a dice, and that's how we'll decide who the Lunatic will be, just because I don't think it's fun for me to decide. But this will be our setup. Let's talk about, it's nice, we have the time to talk about Amni ability now, so let's do it. I think there's a couple directions we could go with, oh no, I see, Ellen is now having login issues and can't make it, so let's see, I'm just gonna take a second to figure this out. Ellen, are you sure? This is so fine. This is what we get for streaming at an unconventional time. Let's see. Well, I'll keep thinking about Amni abilities, and that might slightly affect it. It'll just mean we take out 1 Legion, which actually isn't that bad. So, yeah. Amni. Let me go back and see what you guys are saying. I can't look at both things. Pick a player if Legion they die. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I really love this from Pinky Shy. Each night, learn how many players have swapped roles this game, and it'll always be 0, which is useful for determining Legion. Oh my god, good players who nominate also swaps is crazy. I think the problem is that in a Legion game in particular, as folks are saying in chat, if 2 good players are confirmed to each other, they will never kill each other in a Legion game. And unless the third good player basically is like completely pocketed by the evil team, those 2 good players are just going to keep each other alive, which is kind of, if you want to break a Legion game, how you would do it. It's the Ticket to Ride equivalent of like never ever killing. It's the equivalent of being like, I know I have these routes that I'm supposed to build in the game, but actually I'm just gonna build all of the trains that are worth 15 points and ruin everyone else's routes, because that is like, if you want to optimize it, like that is what you do. If you're in a Legion game and you know that someone else is good, you simply don't ever kill them. Okay, cool. I think we're getting an Ellen, which means we'll have this set up. So we should be good to go. And yeah, I think I will do the Amni ability that has been suggested of learn how many swaps. Because I think that's great, and I think that's really interesting. Oh my god, all players swap would be insane. Because you need to kill the good Legion. I think that actually might be unwinnable for the good team. My gut says it's unwinnable for the good team if you have if everyone swaps, because the Legion would just swap themselves out and then all the good players would have to kill themselves. Like, I would then have to sort of I would have to kill evil Legion in the night, leaving the good Legion alive, and the good Legion would have to kill each other, and then but like they wouldn't be able to on the last day, I think. Like, it'd be a bit weird. Actually, yeah, because is Legion evil characters or evil players? It's execution. Oh, if only evil voted, so it's evil players then. Okay, cool. We have an Ellen. Let's send these out and see who we go. Oh, Ellen got a Legion token for once. And George is the Amni. Oh my god, George, Arwell, and Abdu is going to be a very funny team. And I think they're going to really question that it's all three of the roles that go. So we say, each night, learn how many players' characters change. And then for our... Let's see. Oh, you know what the other thing we could do? It might make it stronger, but we could slightly amend that ability and say each night learn how many evil players nominated good players. Because those numbers would change a lot more, which might be more useful than learning a 0. And I might actually do that. Learn how many evil players nominated a good player. Oh, not saved as favorite. Cool. Yeah, and then let's just quickly, how many, we have 7 legions, so I'll roll a d8, and if it rolls 8, I will roll again. Surely one of these million dice that the host of the esteemed podcast, The Fumbled Anthology, has on his desk is a d8, and somehow I can see every dice but the d8. This is a d8. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully the cat doesn't run away. It is a 3. So the third legion is Karen, I think, if I start at Aerith and go around. So Karen is the lunatic. Cool. All right. That, I think, makes us good to go. Yeah. We can use swaps in Savant info. 3 players is a lot to choose. Oh, yeah, I see what's happening. I'm just like reading and checking in on chat and making sure that we're figuring out what's going on. Well, so George is going to get, okay, so George's ability, just to recap, is each night learn how many evil players nommed a good player. Which gives, like, if the evil team is helping him figure that out, and we're at 6 and 4. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with 6 and 4. I think it's going to help with knowing there's a lunatic if he gets a 4 ever. He's only going to get numbers between 0 and 4. And if he ever gets a 0, then he knows that everyone who nominated and was nominated the previous day is Legion. But I think that's A, very unlikely to happen, and B, he's going to have to remember all of the people who nominated and was nominated without having known to track that right away. So I think that's going to be where the balance in this ability comes in. Similarly to how S&B often sort of becomes more unbalanced online because people have a lot more capacity to track, like, Flower Girl and Town Crier. We've talked for so long because we were stalling and waiting for people. Let's go say hi to everyone and start this game.
Town Crier is no
Yay!
longer poison.
We did it. Yeah. We have a game. I'm going to just quickly recap the rule because I read it wrong the first time and then chat pointed out that I messed it up. So this rule is if 5 or more players live, not the other way around, not like once 5 players live it happens, it's while 5 or more players live. Evil players who nominate other living evil players, not travelers, immediately swap characters. This is The Warrens by Zetz, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. I think what we'll do is just get all of the Legion in a chat right? That's how this works? Yeah. Oh, well then Karen, well, yeah, whatever. And I might just send Karen her thing. I'll just quickly change her character token. What's happening? Okay. Yep, and then just send her, like, these are the Legion and these are some bluffs. Let's figure out what's out of play. We can say Town Crier would just always get yeses. So that's okay. Let's give her Juggler because I think she might take that. Shugenja, and we could also give Karen, oh no, she already got a Legion token. We can't give her another token. Yeah, let's go Juggler, Shugenja, Puzzle Master. So I'll send her, these are your minion, oh wait, this is the demon, sure. Yeah, so that's all 6 of our Legion plus Karen. And then here's some bluffs. I do think we'll have to give the Legion slightly different bluffs, actually, just to make up for that. So we'll give... okay, yeah, maybe we will just do this by hand, and we'll give a couple other Legion... these 3? Unless we just give all the Legion the same bluffs. Which I don't hate, honestly. Yeah, okay. So every Legion will get the same bluffs that Karen got. Cool. That works. Let's see. Oh, we'll do a prediction for you guys as well. Who will win? There we go. And... oh, that's true. We could have given Poppy Grower for Karen. I think the problem is that no one's really going to claim Poppy Grower necessarily. I think it's fine to give her the exact evil team. Because she's not going to have, like, any way to know, really. And we'll just give the same bluffs for everybody. If I was more awake, I might have been like, oh, we'll do Poppy Grower. But I think this is fine. I'm going to grab all of the Legion in a chat and tell them what's going on.
Ah, I missed that last bit.
Hey.
Hello.
Hold please for friends.
Oh, thank God.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
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 There we go.
Well, that's where everyone was. That's why no one was laughing at my jokes.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm now.
Yeah,
confident.
I'll make this quick. The good team is George, Karen, Arwell, and Abdu.
Okay.
The bluffs are Juggler, Shugenja, and Puzzle Master. And Karen is the Lunatic.
Fun.
Cool. Now get out before
Thanks.
everyone is suspicious. All right, excellent. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it'll be an interesting one to see how Karen goes about this, how the evil team goes about this. I am very nervous about having given Karen the actual team, but also I have seen this happen before years ago, and this one is actually on YouTube. Ben Burns gave our friend Sam the exact evil team, and half of the evil team played Legion to him, and then I claimed Librarian, who'd seen him as the Lunatic, and it worked. Like, the evil team won that game. It was very tight. So, like, it is doable. I do think in hindsight, like, maybe Poppy Grower would have been nice, but I also think Karen's the sort of player who would be like, I have to build worlds where that Poppy Grower is legit. And so I don't mind this. I think this is okay. And it'll be really interesting. And I think, like, loads of these evil players are not going to claim the bluffs that Karen got, and so that's not necessarily going to tell her, like, who exactly her team is. So this will be really interesting to see. I think, like, George's ability, and we can choose to give Arwell information. I think for starters, Arwell is going to get an Empath 2 as one half of his statement. Or, let's see, what do we want the or to be? Oh, what's happening? There's a small grumpy dog next to me, is what's happening. let's say the Puzzle Master has not mechanically impacted the game yet. Oh, that's a bit tricky. I'm like looking at these. Well, okay, Kazali is outsider modification, Legion is outsider modification, and Balloonist is outside. There are options. Okay. Oh wait, no, both of those are false. We need a true statement for the second one. I'm awake, I promise. And what's true in this game? Let's see. You need to calm down, my little man. This is Taquito. He's very small and adorable and going to keep barking unless I hold him. What is true? Let's see. Oh, let's say no widow, actually. I like that, because an evil player might bluff a widow ping. And if no widow is false, then the empath 2 is true. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's like just, hey, an evil player is in one of these locations. And in a game this small, I think that's fine. Great. That's done and dusted. And then, yes, we can absolutely use swaps, and I think I will. I think it's really fun to play into these rules because we can in these games. We're not going to wake George on this first night because his ability starts from the second night. Abdu doesn't need anything. Yeah, perfect. That'll do it. All right, let's start the game. All right, good morning, town. You wake up and you realize that there was a sound of a dog barking in the night, and you're like, what the hell was that? And you kind of like come out of your little shacks. I'm imagining like Lord of the Rings vibes here. Just like, I don't know what a Warrens is, but that's what it's giving for me. You notice my body, and not Taquito's body. Taquito is standing over me barking. That's why he was barking, because I'm so dead. And we have a game to play. Let's do it.
Because
Fucking
dogs
sky.
cannot die.
It's Airbud. Airbud's.
Hello.
Hello.
So first, some
Yes.
potential bad news. None of us can see your camera, I don't think. But if that's for the stream
Okay.
thing, that's fine.
Well, it's on, but if you can't see it, I'm like fine with that because chat can see it and I can see it. And
Okay,
also
yeah, that's
then
what I meant. It's
when
not
I
a stream.
inevitably laugh because silly things are happening, you can't read anything into it, so it's fine. There is a dog though,
Yeah,
so like
well,
that,
but
you guys are missing out. But
Yeah, but also it's
Oh.
bad for me now because I'm the savant getting my information. But it doesn't.
well, I will
not giving
do
me
extra
safe
work
information.
with my vocal inflections just for you. I will
Oh,
tell
thanks.
you that either both of your neighbors are evil,
Okay.
or there is no widow in play.
Ooh, okay. But both my neighbors are evil. No widow. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck. Cool. Happy with that.
Sorry, I was going.
Hello.
Hello. Well, I've got an idea that I'm going to try because
Okay.
in the absence of knowing whether I wake from night 2 onwards, I think it's going to send a full ability to you and see how right I am,
I love that
and we'll
for
go
you.
from there. So, do I prevent my living neighbours from changing characters due to the kid rule?
Oh, that's so fun.
Seemed like fun, didn't it?
That is fun. I will give you a... Let me think about this carefully. It is as an exact ability, quite cold, but your
Yeah.
ability does interact with the Jin rule in some way.
That's pretty much what I thought.
I
so-
kind of thought you would
okay.
think that anyways, and that makes sense. But yes, I think it's worth, making sure that you know
Yeah.
that at least that bit is on the right track.
I appreciate it. Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
Good luck.
Technical problems for everyone.
I don't know
What are
mean.
you?
No technical problems.
Chiquito! Hello! What are you gonna do?
So I've just claimed ogre to Abdu.
Oh,
So
how
I might
exciting!
stick with that, or I might change onto something like fortune teller later.
Mm.
But for now, I'm ogre's. I'm ogre's Abdu.
Excellent. I'm going to be Sarah-locked, I think.
Oh, brilliant! That's a
So
good
I'm
plan.
going to start as balloonist, and at some point I'm going to be Sarah Novista's savant. So that'll be frustrating and annoying for everyone.
Yeah, perfect. Abdu's claimed juggler at me, so I don't know what he actually is.
Oh, I think he might be lying. That's outrageous.
Something is tipping me off. Yeah. What were the other bluffs actually? I can't remember what they were.
Well, I had to ask Danica, juggler, puzzle master, Shigenja.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, enjoy your ogreness.
Yeah, thank you.
Mad me.
Watch this. Watch this.
All right, let's get Hob in here.
Oh,
Hello.
oh.
Hey.
I'm the savant that says there's a widow in play. Have you heard, or something else? Have you heard of the widow call?
What's the other statement?
That Hobbs evil.
In that case, yes, I did get the widow call. So you might as well just tell me what you are, Karen.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Hello.
ping you earlier and you're trying to apologize.
Oh, that's so fine. Don't worry
Oh
about
my
it.
god, that's puppy! That's like really distracting. That's perfect distraction because I am bluffing amnesiac, and if I get into a double claim with a good player, I'm going to back into a minion.
I love that for you.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to bluff an ability that interacts with the djinn rule because that is more fun on a djinn contest script. So I'm going to ask you something and you can tell me anything, and I'm just going to look at the puppy.
Say hi to Danica. He's chilling. He's having a good time.
Oh, he's so precious. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I want to stay here and play with the puppy, but like, you should probably go and let people actually
It's all good.
see
I
the
mean,
game.
did people come here for Clocktower or did they come here for all of Arrow's animals? Unclear.
Look, honestly, I know why I'm here, but you know,
Yep.
to each their own.
Fair enough. Good luck.
Cool.
Yeah.
George wants to join, if that's okay. George wants to join. Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
I think he's in a chat now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We
Okay,
have
I'm
our
I'm
prepared
prepared
to
to cycle back on it later if I need to.
Yeah, sounds good. All right.
It's like a juggler to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you on the good team? I hear there's a Shigenja pointing at you.
Oh, I don't know in which direction that's coming from, so I don't know if that implicates someone who that's implicating otherwise. I am on the good team, but like, you know.
Okay, I'll give you amnesiac, but that's a lie. So
Okay.
right.
You didn't hear me say, but what if you're not?
Yeah, exactly. So I am good then.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had the finger over the
I'll look up.
backspace.
Don't worry.
All right, welcome back to town, most of you. We'll get the rest in a second. Taquito is here to run nominations because I am dead. But if anyone has anything they want to say publicly in the meantime, that's also an option.
I'm the savant, and I have information that makes.
Hey.
I'm wondering if it's if a lunatic thinks they're Legion, would you tell like one of Legion or all of Legion about the lunatic, or a selection?
So the lunatic's ability is specifically the demon knows who you are and who you choose at night. In a Legion game, everyone who is the demon, everyone who is Legion registers as the demon, like capital D demon. So every Legion would know who the lunatic is.
Okay. God, why was Alan being so weird? Okay, all right, cool, thanks. Bye.
Yep. Yeah, Arif and Abdu, go for it.
Abdu, after you.
Can I juggle Hob as the balloonist, Aleph as the saint, Ellen as the balloonist, George as the savant, and Danica as the amnesiac?
You got it. Aerith and then Karen.
Arif, what's up?
Can I juggle Abdu, Hob, Ellen, Tesso, and George as Legion, please?
Sure. Karen.
Yeah, can I juggle Arwell as the town crier, Hob as the balloonist, Alan as the puzzle master, Tesso as the artist, and Danica as the Ravenkeeper.
George.
I am the juggler, and I would like to juggle Danica, Ellen, Hob, Arwell, and Arif as the ogre, please.
You got it. Noms are also open.
Maybe this is a Kazali game, actually. There's a lot of outsiders juggled there.
I'll nominate Abdu.
Arif
Why?
nominates Abdu. Everyone remember it?
There's information pointing this way, specifically in a clockwise direction. Well, though I'll never out my actual role. This might be a good start.
Abdu.
Thank you. I heard there was a Shigenja pointing at me, but not from here. So now I know to look towards Hop.
Yes. Yes. Even
Uh,
I'm a very powerful role.
Not evil. Thank you.
Alright. Takes 5 to put Abdu on the block, starting now.
Can't believe you're pivoting, Aerith. You said anti-clockwise in our private conversation.
I came back to town and I specifically said you were there. I said
2 is not
clockwise.
enough. Abdu is safe.
I'll nominate
You were the only
Arwell.
one.
AAKA.
Why?
Everyone remember.
Well, yes, I told 3 people today that I was going to nominate Arwell, 4 including myself. There is information pointing to Arwell being evil. Arwell is in a double claim. Arwell is being super suspicious. Let's get him out of here.
Arwell.
I am not the one being suspicious. Karen has been suspicious. Karen said, I think Arwell's my evil neighbour, and then said I'm the Shigenja pointing at Arwell. So you wouldn't think George was an evil neighbour if you're Shigenja pointing at me. Also, I am in a double claim, but with a pixie, so that confirms me as good. I'm the savant who has information that my neighbours are evil. Please don't execute me.
Alright. Takes 5 to put Arwell on the block, starting now.
What's the information? Is that both of your neighbors are evil?
Or there's a widow in play.
You told me it was one neighbour is evil. You're evil.
You were in the chat. I'm not going to
5
say
is
it's
enough.
both.
And Arwell is about to die.
Danica nominates
okay, so-
Hob.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Seems like the savants and Shugenjas pointing at Hob. Very convenient. Hob clearly is evil.
Hub.
That's convenient. Almost too convenient, I would say. So it must be made up. Let's leave it on Arwell, the evil player.
Alright. Takes 5 to tie.
AAKAD.
And 6 to put Hob on the block. I love this. Arwell, I'm gonna need you to tell us what that acronym means every night.
Yeah.
It's every nomination because we've got to keep track of nominations.
No, I know, but like you're gonna have to make up a sentence for it, you know. 4 is
Oh,
not
yeah.
enough.
I'm genuinely the savant. This is a really bad execution.
Are you
I'll
going to
nominate
nominate a
George.
minion?
It sounds like you have a pixie.
Yeah, so we shouldn't execute me. I'll nominate George, please. AAKADHAG. Okay, I'm the savant. My information is both of my neighbours are evil, so we should execute one of them, or something about the widow. We should execute someone, not me. Please let's execute George.
George.
God, the temptation to claim to see the Widow Ping is so strong right now. I would broadly resist doing this for reasons of being powerful and the townsfolk. But do what you want.
Alright. Takes 5 to tie, 6 to put George on the block. Starting now.
Let's just
George is
tie.
confirmed good this game. Why are we tying? We gotta kill Arwell.
There are 2 votes. I don't think we're tying.
2's not enough. Closing the day in 5. All right. Arwell is executed and dies. And the game continues. Good night.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting. That's a good kill for the evil team to get the savant out. And I think for like balance, honestly, pretty good. But it's rough for good for sure. George, interestingly, is gonna get like kind of chill information, all things considered. Like, his information is not gonna scream Legion, but I think I'm okay with that. He's gonna get a 1, which, yeah, I learn how many evil players nommed a good player. That like doesn't tell him that it's Legion. But yeah, it is certainly. I'm happy with that, I think, for now. Because yeah, it was just Arif who nominated Abdu, and then all of the other nominations were good players nomming good players. What is useful is that if George can bingo his ability, I love that George has put the acronym of who nominated who in his name as well. If George can get a bingo, then if he goes back and thinks about that first day, it's going to tell him essentially that like Karen and Arif cannot both be evil. So I think that means we leave Arif alive for now. I don't think we kill Hob, because Hob looks very evil if you trust the like the savant empath number and the Shugenjas. Let's see, who do we kill? I'm trying to think back to what people were claiming. I think Ellen was claiming to be someone's ogre. I think maybe we kill Tesso, because Danica's in a double claim, kind of, and it said she's back into minion. Arif is Shugenja, and I don't think a demon would kill a Shugenja, and Hob looks evil. So, and Ellen's claiming over, yeah, so we kill Tesso. And then George is gonna get a 1. Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Hey.
Hello.
You're gonna learn a 1.
Fascinating. Thank you.
Good luck. Yep, they'll have some time to figure out what that means. What's helpful about this game is that these nights will be quite quick, which gives me time to check in on chat and make sure that things are good. So Karen, for those that missed it, specifically saw the entire evil team and the evil bluffs, and saw Legion. So I think it'll be quite interesting for her to know how that goes. Like, I wouldn't put it past. I'd like to believe that she trusts me enough as a storyteller to doubt that I would have given her specifically the exact evil team. And yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, and there are some folks who are kind of asking about Legion. There are different ways that you can run Legion. The way that I prefer to run it, I think, is more interesting for players, especially players who have played a lot, which is where if a vote does not have enough votes because only evil voted, you simply announce the number of votes that it has, and then basically whichever execution actually received enough votes in practice, if there was one, at the end of the day, you announce that that player specifically is executed and died. Yeah. As for discussion about why Legion is an interesting demon with this specific rule, me and Hob swap chase me. Why Legion is an interesting demon with this special rule. I think it's interesting because of the way that it plays around the rule, because Legion players can use it to build paranoia. That's my sense of like why it's interesting to have Legion on the script. It's that, yeah, evil players can sort of use that. Like, if you're Legion and you're about to die, you can nominate another Legion, or you can nominate a good player to be like, oh my god, like, and then see, like, I think you could use that to try and get good players executed, right? Like, if I was on the block and I was Legion and I was panicking and looking like the demon, I would absolutely nominate the most sus good player, and then tomorrow be like, don't kill them, like, ah. Like, I think that would that would I think be sort of how I envision that working. But I also think that there's a lot of potential. Like I could see other ways where that would work as well. That's probably enough stall time. Literally all of this talking is just me stalling to make it seem like it's not Legion. Or that, yeah, just more things wake. That's enough time. Let's start the day.
I'm not the widow, guys.
Good morning, town. You wake up and you realize with horror that it is day 2, so it should be the day when you nominate Tessa in the morning, but you can't because she died in the night. Or you could still, but she's dead. It wouldn't, kill her again.
Yeah, I can't stop me.
I was the Undertaker. No, not really.
Hey.
Hello. Seems rude not to ask. Do I learn how many times people swapped characters during the day?
I like that guess very much, and I am going to tell you a cold. Because I think that is the answer that will help you the most.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
Good luck.
So I think that's probably. I don't think Ath's the saint. I guess one of you and Ellen is the balloonist. Are you actually the balloonist?
Actually, balloonist.
Okay, cool. Then Ellen, someone else. Who did you get?
Okay. Orwell night 1 and Arif last night.
Okay.
So I'm not. Is there a? There's no drunk on this one. So you.
No.
Oh, there's a lunatic. Interesting.
Yeah, that's probably most. A lot of people were talking about outsiders. Means it could be. I feel like it could be a Kazali game.
Yeah. So
Wait,
the only,
no.
yeah. So it's.
We should have one outsider. We could have one outsider from you.
That's good. Thanks.
Good timing on my part.
Gareth is being weird too. I'm wondering if I'm the lunatic. Okay, bye, James.
Bye. I think we're having that bug where everyone's not existent in private chats, but that's okay.
To bet that, hey Karen, I'd be willing to bet that one of your neighbors is evil, given that if we don't have a widow in play.
What are you? Yeah.
Karen, are you the evil one, or is Hob the evil one?
What was the second statement? Oh, well.
Right.
Wait, what?
The statements are.
Yeah.
The statements are both your neighbours are evil, or there is no widow.
Okay. Really?
Oh, you're evil. What's going on here? What are you, Karen?
I'm the Shugenja pointing in your direction. So I'm willing to kill Hob. Let's kill Hob.
I think you and George are evil together.
George is 100% good and gave me really good vibes. Yeah.
Is George
I think you're
free?
evil, Arwell. You're evil. I heard the widow's ping. Alright, bye.
Oh, that's really funny.
So, we should make it look like not a widow game.
Yeah.
As much as we can.
Yeah. No,
what's your Amni power?
Oh, I'm gonna be. I learn a number, and the number is how many swaps there are based on nominations. But I'm gonna need to slow on my guesses.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna say last night I learned a 1, but I'm going to lie to people and say I haven't woken yet.
Okay, nice. I like it. Do we think that Karen thinks it's a Poppy Grower Legion game?
I don't know what Karen thinks yet. I haven't spoken to her.
Okay. All right, fair.
I hope she thinks that.
Do you know anything about Abdu? He just gave me Juggler yesterday.
Yeah, I've only heard Juggler as well.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to see what he actually is. Hopefully hard claiming will earn some trust.
Yeah. Okay.
Not sure if she's gonna pivot now that she died.
She was, I think, she was gonna be pretending to be Sarah Mad.
Oh, wonderful.
So I think have a conversation with her at some point for when madness happened and what's happening now.
Probably.
But I'll
We're
let her
kind of
know.
lucky that. Yeah, I think we can probably maybe kill our Abdu with Arif's info. We'll see.
Hello.
Hello.
I am going to. I need to slow roll these questions. It's really hard faking Amni when you know what the ability is going to be. Taquito distraction is so good. I'm going to guess today, does my ability interact with the Jin rule? Because I think that's the kind of fun thing you would give me on this script, because that's what I've also made up. And you're going to say,
Excellent.
hot.
Love
okay. Welcome to the game. No.
Have to.
To me. Can we kill my neighbours to the right first? And to the left, maybe. Maybe it's equidistant.
No.
I spot.
Maybe.
Doesn't sound.
What's
Hey,
backing
Hol.
you up, son?
The Shigenja!
Well, did you get me in your second ping?
I wish. No.
I wish to.
Sure, nominations are open.
I'll nominate George.
I'll nominate Karen. Oh, sorry. Go. You.
Hit Samantha
Thanks,
first. Tell us why.
I've heard of information that makes it seem like George is not the savant, contrary to what they claim.
George?
If I were evil in this position, knowing that Arwell was claiming savant, and still presumably would be, it serves me no purpose whatsoever to continue to be like, but I'm the savant. So you're simply forced to conclude that I'm good.
This is a bad idea.
Alright. Takes
This
4
is
votes
not
to
a bad
put
idea.
George up for execution. Starting. No.
This is a bad kill.
This is a bad kill.
George is confirmed good.
George, there's.
Oh,
Three's not enough.
do we have a double claim of balloonist at all?
We
I don't
did.
think so.
We don't anymore.
I
don't
did
know.
day one. I don't know if I still do.
Tesso, were you a good widow kill? Do you know if it's self-poisoning widow?
Maybe.
I don't think that there's a widow because I would probably be the widow in this game. So.
If there's a widow, both of my neighbours are evil.
So yes,
I'll
there's
nominate
no widow.
Karen. I'll nominate Karen.
Why?
This is based on socials more than anything, because I think mechanically there's still an evil between Abdu and a Hob somewhere. But I had a weird conversation with Karen today where she claimed my role to my face and then said, she said, are you going Shigenja or Pixie? To which I was just like, I'm just the Shigenja, what's going on here? So I think Karen might just be evil.
Yep, I'm a lunatic. I saw the Legion token. I have a selection of Legion that were told to me as Legion. Shugenja was one of the bluffs. So from my perspective, the balloonist is confirmed. Please don't kill me because I'm the lunatic and I'm a good player in this game. Because the balloonist is confirmed, Arwell has to be evil for me because there's no widow in play and both of his neighbors aren't evil. So we killed a Legion yesterday, which is good. I'm pretty sure Arif's Legion. I don't know who else yet, but I'm good. Good lunatic.
Are you sure it's Legion?
Well, it feels like Legion.
Takes 4 votes to put Karen up for execution.
I think in my world, if it's
Karen.
Legion, you have to be Legion.
Did any Legion that you like
Can we
spoke to?
No,
confirm
no
that?
Legion. Like, I spoke to 2 people who... Oh my god.
4's enough. Karen's about to die.
No, I like being.
So who voted on that, sorry?
I did.
I did. I think if it's
Well,
Legion,
Hob
you
is
have to
good,
be Legion.
so...
I like being confirmed,
No.
but I'm not confirmed in the Legion game because Legion outside account is arbitrary in the Legion game.
Also, if there's a Khazali,
Oh, is
outside
it?
it's arbitrary.
I think so.
Oh,
That is true,
is
yeah.
outside account arbitrary in Legion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And in
Alright,
Khazali.
I'll just leave.
Poisoning Widow here.
Last call. for
I'll
nominations.
nominate Arif.
Tell us about it.
Arif is the only one that I'm 100% certain is Legion. I feel like good definitely voted on that because otherwise Arwell wouldn't have spent a dead vote on that. And if it doesn't go through, then Arwell is automatically outed, as are the other 3 that voted. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that Arif's evil.
Arif?
I mean, from my perspective, you're the evil player here. Like I said, all I've got is we went into a chat and you hard claimed my role to my face and said, which one are you going? So, yeah, do what you want to do. If we want to kill me, I'll be the 5th.
Alright, takes
Whoa,
4
let's not.
to
I
tie,
used a dead vote.
and 5 for Arif
Yeah,
on the
you're
board.
evil too.
Starting
I'm
now.
a savant that was executed day
So,
one.
from my perspective, as someone who was on the Legion team and saw you as a Legion, that I would go up to you and do that.
Alright,
Shigenja was a
please not
bluff.
If I was Legion in that world, surely I would know that you were the lunatic, and I would
Closing
just
the
play
door.
along though.
In 5,
Yeah, but I don't know what's happened because another Legion I spoke to also didn't
3,
out.
2.
Like
Maybe it's
the
not a
lunatic might
Legion
not
game.
see Legion,
Yeah,
right?
I think you've just been given weird info.
Alright. Karen has been executed and does die. And the game continues. Good night. Ooh, that is very interesting. So Arwell and Karen are convinced that each other are evil. Hob has managed to escape execution for another day. I think now the question becomes, who do we kill here? I think Samantha is the Legion who seems to have the most potential to be good, so we want to keep her alive as long as possible. I think killing Arif would just make Karen like way more sure that it's Legion. Danica is double claiming George, so I don't think that helps. We might actually want to kill Hob, interestingly enough. And I think killing Hob will help the most for Karen being an outsider, because to Karen's perspective, I'm pretty sure she thinks Hob is the good player who voted on her own execution. So I think we kill Hob here. Hob is also an outed balloonist, and I would want that dead if I were an evil player in a non-Legion game. So yeah, I think we do that. And we leave Danica because Danica and Hob are on a double claim, and then George is gonna get a 2. What's interesting now is that we have to leave Abdu alive. So Abdu is gonna get to ask his artist question no matter what, which honestly is good for the good team in a sense, but it is risky because I think if any good player votes on George, although the thing is, I don't think Abdu is gonna vote on George, and I don't think George is gonna vote on Abdu, at least not yet, and I don't think Karen's gonna use her dead vote very early. So let me just move this up so it's not blocking Samantha's name as well if I can. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Hob dies and George gets a 2 because there were 3 nominations yesterday. It was Samantha, Arif, and Karen. Samantha and Arif both nominated good players, and therefore George gets a 2. And his ability becomes learn what day it was yesterday.
Good.
Hello.
Hello.
You get a 2.
Cool. I hope somebody was tracking it on
Oh,
me, 'cause I
balloons!
wasn't.
You also get balloons.
Hey, lovely. Oh,
Look
that's
at
right.
that. Yeah, no, it's a 2. You get a 2. Cool. Yeah, that's the whole night. So we might. Oh, someone's excited. Who's that? Yeah. It's probably enough time. Yeah, the balloonist claims dead anyways. Let's wake him up. Ah, good morning,
Legion.
town. You wake up with horror to find that seat 3 is not a very good place to sit, because on night 3, Hob died.
Wow.
Can I just say I forgot my system yesterday? Who nominated yesterday?
It says.
I nominated
Don't worry.
I have been writing it down like a nerd.
Okay.
Danica put it in chat.
Great. Suggestion.
Okay, Abdu's evil as well because he's juggler confirming the balloonist who's just died.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Who's not evil?
Hey.
It's a tricky one. I was quite interested in. I'm playing around with the idea of it being a Legion game and like you wouldn't have given in the world where that is happening, and I was learning the number of times Legion nominated Legion, a swap per se wouldn't happen. So you might be inclined to give me a cold in that scenario. But I don't know if I want to be asking questions that are specifically about Legion at this stage. I don't know if that is helpful if I'm wrong about it being Legion. So I think I need to ask them more broad. Let's try. Does my ability learn how many times an evil player nominated?
Ooh, that is extremely hot. So hot that the first words of your ability are specifically each night star. Learn how many evil players nominated.
Okay,
you need
fun.
to figure out the last part of that to get a bingo.
Brilliant, thank you.
Good luck. Okay, that's, I think, as balanced as it gets for now. If Karen's thinking Abdu's evil, but fortunately Abdu can switch to artist, which may or may not help, but he'll have to ask some sort of question that I think gets him not executed, which will be interesting. So we'll see.
Legion, and I'm still. I've had another yes, so I'm slightly more convinced than before.
How many yeses? Do you have 2 yeses?
Sorry?
You have 2 yeses or 3?
I have 2 yeses. So I had a no at first on Aerith and Hob. Then a yes on Danica and George. And then another yes on Abdu and can I read my notes?
Probably
Abdu
me.
and Aerith.
Oh, Aerith.
Right.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So it's potentially pointing at Abdu, potentially pointing at Danica George. And if we have moving, basically depending on whether we have Legion or not as well, there's also moving demons if other demon potential. Or just red herring.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What are you, Samantha?
I'm the Undertaker. I've told 4 people now, so.
Cool.
Yep.
Useful info?
My info says Arwell is the savant. So maybe.
Is Arwell still claiming that?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Hey.
Hello. Today I am asking whether it has something to do with people nominating people of the same alignment and getting probably a really hot, because it's almost there.
I love that.
Also, I suspect that George might actually be the amnesiac, and if I've invented a very similar ability, that would be very fun.
I would love that even more. Yeah, there's also a pixie on the script, so who knows?
Who knows? I love that for us.
Yeah.
Can you just pop Takedo up just quickly?
Oh yeah, I was literally just about to
reasons
say.
why
Okay, time to
amnesia.
say hi to Danica.
Yeah.
You ready? You ready? He's not into it right now. No, he's okay.
Oh, that's okay. He doesn't know how much I love him from a distance. Thank you.
How much time has it been? Oh yeah, that's a long enough day.
Oh, this is Abdu's. No, I don't know. Abdu's evil.
Abdu's the Nordashi.
What?
No.
Abdu. No.
Yeah.
I am much more comfortable with that.
Let me tell you what I know about my ability because it is relevant at this time. Hello, I am the amnesiac. I told this to Karen on day 1 and Tessa on day 2, so I've not been mad. As of today, here's what I know. The first line of my ability is each night asterisk, learn how many evil players nominated. There is something else I have to do to get a bingo, but that is what happens. And yesterday I got a 2, which means 2 of Samantha, Arif, and Karen are evil.
I think we killed one of the evil players, so it's fine. I think if nominations are open, Jams, I'll nominate Abdu.
Could it be, George, that one good player registers as evil?
I don't know.
Tell us why you've nominated Abdu.
I'm still the Shigenja. I'm pointing clockwise. Abdu is the last living player in that direction, I guess, without it being the other way as well. I think if Abdu is confirming Hob in the world where Arwell is good and is the savant, then Hob is evil of some flavor as well, and so therefore Abdu's evil as well, and a very likely demon candidate.
Abdu?
I don't think I trust Yoshiginja. There's a lot of double claims, which is leading me to sort of trust Karen's lead of Legion. Yeah, and but yeah, not evil. Good players, please don't vote.
If Karen's the lunatic, then I would know this if I was Legion, so I would play along with it. Like there's nothing, there's no reason not to in that scenario.
I agree that you're not necessarily evil just from that.
Alright. It takes 3 votes to put Abdu up for execution. Starting now.
Are there double claims?
I think Abdu's the no
I
Danica.
have so many double claims.
We're not getting the votes.
Danica and I double claimed.
2's not enough.
I don't know how many
Samantha.
double claims are like still, but like from my perspective, like there was a Arwell George double claim that is now a George Danica double claim.
Yeah.
I think
Why
there's
not nominate
people
Samantha,
faking
please?
Sarah Madness.
There's
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's
Tessa,
fine.
you say
Yeah, so my abilities tells me that 2 of the 3 people who nominated yesterday are evil. Samantha is one of those people. Karen and Arif I think, probably contains one good player, and so I want to execute Samantha.
Samantha?
Yeah, I wanted to vote on Arif today. I don't know what's up with your information, George. I am a good player, but I guess it's time to kill a pretty outed Undertaker anyway.
what have you been getting?
I got that Arl was the savant, which I confirmed with him the day after he died, which is also why I nominated George, and I got Karen as the lunatic.
Alright.
Okay.
Takes 3 votes to put Samantha up for execution. Starting now.
Wow.
1's not enough.
Did you say you were Salamad one?
I mean, I could say the
Yes.
same thing about Abdu, right?
Yeah.
We got 2 votes on Abdu. It's the same thing. He's getting 1. Not enough.
I think we should
Well, it's
skip.
different when you're the one voting though.
Last call for noms.
So,
Like I said, I was
do
the
we
one
think
voted on Abdu.
Arwell was the good that voted on me to get me executed in a Legion game?
No, it was me.
I'm still not convinced on Legion.
I'm not convinced on Legion.
Well,
Alan would be
Aerith and
evil.
Arvel are different character types.
Or Hobbs.
I know. I think Abdu's poisoning you, Hob.
Abdu,
And the
who did
reason
you juggle?
Arif-
That's not important. I'm not the juggler.
The reason Arif is pointing at Abdu is because Abdu can escape just by nominating an evil.
If there
So
are
that's
no
why I think we should skip today.
nominations,
We should get Abdu
the
on the
day
block
will
tomorrow
end
and see who nominates.
in 5.
We should have executed today.
Can I nominate Arif?
Yeah? Why?
I really can't tell who's still good, but I feel like if Arif dies, then I'm happy that we've killed at least one evil.
Aerith?
Sure. I'll vote myself.
Alright. Takes 3 to put Aerith on the block.
We
Starting now.
shouldn't we just skip?
We can skip on 4.
Good.
Why?
I
why?
think
Why skip?
Arif rules out some things anyway.
4 is enough.
Getting down to
Next
4
time.
better? Because then that means tomorrow no one can do swap shenanigans.
Why has Arif put himself on the block?
Close in the
He was
day.
being put on the block
And
anyway.
5.
Like
Not in a Legion game.
It's not Legion. I think the evil team is Ellen, Abdu, George.
Alright,
agree.
Aerith
Why
is
is Legion-
executed
Legion.
and dies.
What?
Good night. Ooh, this is very interesting. because the nominations yesterday were Arif, Abdu, and George. So George is going to get a 1, which is very tricky because I'm like, do I kill some? I think if I kill Samantha, let's just talk through this. Then, to George's perspective, at least one evil is actually no, like 2 evils are dead, unless he's been somehow impacted by misinformation, which seems pretty unlikely on this script. So 2 evils dead would mean that there's only 1 evil alive. This is genuinely so tricky. It'll bring it down to 4. I think what I do is kill... Let me see what Danica and George are talking about, actually. A lot of people are building worlds with Ellen evil, so Ellen needs to die before Final 3. An assassin wouldn't ever use it tonight to bring it down to Final 3, so we're not killing 2. I think we just have to kill 1 person. The question is, who do we kill? Samantha, Ellen, or Danica? I think what's really tough is the question becomes, like, who needs to be alive at the end of the game? I think Danica is the one who needs to be alive at the end of the game, because looking like a pixie is going to be the best way, I think, to seem good here. So probably one of Samantha or Ella needs to... I'm just going to see what chat are saying. I think we do... Yeah. I think we do need to kill Samantha, because it doesn't say anything about the other living players. I think it just sort of maybe makes it more Legion-y. And it, like, again, if Samantha was really the Undertaker, it'd be pretty world-solving to know what Arif is. So I think that's okay. So let's wake George. Hey?
Ooh, quite surprised to be alive. That's interesting.
Well, you know, there's lots of high-priority targets in this town, and if you look sus enough, you get to live. Those are the rules. I don't make them.
Sure.
You for once do not learn what day it was yesterday. This time you get a 1.
Okay, fun. Thank you.
Yep, good luck. One of my favorite S&Vs I've ever run was one where the demon changed like halfway through from, I think maybe like a Vig into a Vortox, and literally every single day for 5 days the Oracle just learned like what night it was. Like they got a 1 and then a 2 and then a 3 and then a 4 and then a 5, and I was just like, this is great. Yeah, that's probably enough for the night. I don't think at this point George really thinks anyone's going after him, so let's just wake him up and do it. Good morning, town. Samantha died in the night.
Dang. I was gonna solve whether it was Legion or not.
I'm so confused as to why you're dead.
Are we sure it can't be Legion here?
I
It
really
definitely
don't
can.
think it's Legion. I'm
My
gonna just
one
share
day
my...
one makes Legion really hard.
Karen,
I'm
who
the-
did you learn was sorry?
Sorry, I think this is quite relevant now. So I'm the fortune teller.
Oh.
I had a no on Arif and Hob, then a yes on Danica and George, then a yes on Abdu and Arif, and then a no on Samantha and Danica. So for me, it just looks like it's between Abdu and George.
Why did you vote on Arif yesterday?
Because I had the yes on Abdu and Arif, so it looked like Arif had potentially caught a demon from somewhere.
Danica, I think you're the only good left alive.
Oh, it's such a power play of this script. Not that this is what happened. I didn't do this, but as the obviously because I'm dead now. Unless Abdu's now the no. But as the power play as the demon to nominate as the minion to nominate your demon, get your demon killed, take the demon hood. That's such a power play. I promise that's not what happened.
So, Samantha, you know that only good players have been executed so far.
If it is not,
Well, I think Arif was probably evil, but
No,
first-
but I mean before that.
yeah.
I think Arif's good.
Tessa, what?
I don't
what
see
you-
why Tessa and Hob have died in the night if they're evil. So I think it's 3 evil.
Town
guys.
crier.
Oh.
And what were
Karen,
you
you
mad
did-
as on day one? Sorry.
Balloonist.
Okay. Have people been mad since? Are you the only person who's been mad?
I don't know.
Surely one of
I've had
Danica and
suspicions
George.
about a couple of people. Yeah.
Okay.
Been umming and ahhing over the best clause to end this with. I think I need to rule out one particular variant. So is my ability each night asterisk you learn how many times an evil player nominated or was nominated?
Cold.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Interesting, yes. Not bad.
But that's because it was late vote, actually.
Hello.
I am loving this conflict between George and I.
I love this so much for you. Taquito
It's
loves it too,
great.
right?
Look, I get to visit Taquito, and that's the real way to win this game.
Yeah. We all agree.
I am going to finally get a bingo today, which is I am asking whether I learn how many swaps there are each night. And I'm going to clarify that if people nominate each other back and forth and just go back to their original role, that counts as 0.
Cool. Happy to back you on that.
Yay! Thank you.
Good luck. Yeah, I actually don't know. It's a funny question to think about because I don't know if I would rule it as 0. Like, I think I would probably say 2. Like, if let's say Danica nominates George, they're both evil. They swap, and then George nominates Danica, they swap back. Like, I would say that's 2 swaps. But because it's Danica's bluff and she's probably already given information relevant to that, we are going to say 0 because that helps her bluff.
That makes
It's-
sense.
I was
Didn't-
working out whether it had to be Kazali, but it doesn't.
So it's Abdu, Ellen.
Is there
George.
outsiders? Do we have outsiders?
George.
Who has been Sarah mad since Tesso? Do we have any claims?
I don't think anyone.
No, no one is claimed it.
I think that
That's just really weird.
well, if we're if the evil team thinks that we could be sold on a Legion game, then they could have just hid the Serenova thing after the first day.
Real quick, obviously, I expect we are likely to sleep tonight rather than execute on 4. But if we do that, could I ask that exactly one of Ellen and Abdu make a nomination anyway for amnesiac purposes?
Yeah.
The, the concern is that we've got 3 evils alive, right?
Yeah, why would we sleep?
That's the word. But then how can we determine
How-
which one?
can't make that
we,
make sense.
we have 3 evils alive?
I
In,
doubt.
in the world where you're the no dashi Abdu, I think that's what it is, though. If you can
In the
convince me
world
that
where-
you're not, then I'll happily let everyone else sleep.
It makes no sense at all for me to be the Nodashi under any circumstances.
Why doesn't
What
it?
are you? What are you
Because I would swap. I will tell you tomorrow.
claiming? Oh,
Oh,
come on.
sorry.
This is.
Oh well, can I just revisit what exactly was your day 1 statement again?
Both your neighbours are evil, or
Yeah.
there is no widow.
No, we don't. Okay.
Both of them are evil, or there's no other. And there's supposedly.
So if there's no widow, which
It's
it
not
doesn't
very
sound like there is,
powerful.
Okay, so we've not.
because I should have lived longer.
Oh,
I got executed because someone was claiming Savant, and someone thought they were Legion,
I
made
don't
up Shigenji.
We've seen any Harpy madness, really.
There are just
No.
4 players alive,
I think
so
it's
if
Legion.
you would all like to go to sleep, you are welcome to do so, and then we'll presumably wake up in 3.
Guys,
I
I think it
nominate-
must be Legion.
I don't
Ellen,
think
what
it
was that?
has.
I nominate Abdu.
Tell us why.
This isn't really to vote on. This is just to appease George.
Alright. Abdu, anything to say before I run this vote?
Yeah, let's appease George.
Very well, it takes 2 votes to put Abdu on the block. I was about to say to appease George, but that seems incorrect. And also,
George, do you get more about your ability today?
I was really struggling on what a good clause to finish the ability was, so I double checked to make sure that it wasn't or was nominated on the end, and that was a cold. So
You don't. So you
specifically,
might have a red herring or something. So-
Yeah, there could be something to it. I'm struggling to make it fit as is. I had a 1 last night, which is me, Arif, and Abdu. It's the first time Abdu nominated. Arif is nominated every day.
Sorry, what was the number last night, Arif? Sorry.
1.
God, George.
One. It's okay.
I was a 1.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1.
If they're no, they're not.
So the first.
Who nominated on the first day? Sorry, George.
So first day is Karen, Danica, Arif, and Arwell, which is a 1, and then
No
I go
one
to a
is
2 on
executed?
Samantha, Arif,
You
and
can
Karen.
continue the story in the night.
Yeah.
Yay.
So that if that's sober information, that is Samantha is evil and one of Karen and Arif is evil.
Oh no, Annika. Sorry.
So I think what we have to do right now is kill Ellen. Because one, she's an outed fortune teller, quotes, but also because George's information will confirm her as evil. And if George bingos, it will solve the game, which is extremely strong. But I think that's... I mean, we don't really have a choice, do we? Like, if we leave Ellen alive, it still solves the game, but just more, I think. But yeah, like, Abdu's gonna get to use this question in Final 3, which is fun, honestly. It's really fun for Abdu. And I do think that there are still kind of the Abdu worlds alive as well with Nodashi for some players. It's just a question of whether any good players believe that. But yeah, Ellen has to die, which is a bit tricky. Oh, we've got a question from Arif. Hey!
Hi, Jams. Can I try and solve the amnesiac ability?
Yeah, sure, that's fun.
But also, great. I think it is that George is learning how many evil or Legion players nominate per day. But then also, I think is the caveat that one Legion player registers as good.
I can't tell you the answer, but I'm excited to let you know.
Oh
I'm
shit!
just
Yeah,
sort
no,
of
of course you
listening.
can't. Of course you can't. Yeah, of course.
I'm enjoying this though.
Sorry, I forgot what role I was. All right, that was all it was. Thank you.
All good. Yeah, it's a good, like, it's as fun as it is, but I love that it's like, you know, a fun little puzzle for everyone, not just the good team and not just for George. George will get a 1, Ellen will die, we'll go to final day. Hello.
Me being alive is frankly terrifying from a Legion perspective.
So fine. You get a 1.
Cool, thank you.
Bye. Yeah, he's gonna know it's Legion, but the question is just what is that second part of the ability? If he doesn't bingo, it will be a much more balanced Final 3. If he does bingo, it's fine. Yeah, let's do it. I think, yeah, whatever Abdu asks, we'll give him a legitimate answer, but I think we can potentially think about using the fact that Legion can register as minions too. But we'll see. Good morning, town. You rise from your slumber, and you look with horror to find the dead body of Ellen. This is your final
Yeah,
day.
I have a 1.
Hey.
In order to win the game, should I execute George?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you.
That's a good question.
Hello, everyone. I am the artist, and I asked, in order to win the game, should I execute George, and got a no. I don't think I can be poisoned in any way at this point. With, like, it's only Nodashi, and it's all the way over there. I guess anyone a puzzle master?
Just wild.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna go with that personally, but y'all feel free to discuss.
Sorry, what did you ask? I actually missed it.
Should I execute George in order to win? And I got no.
I'm going to ask about misregistration, I think, because that's the most depressing question here.
Danica, what are you claiming?
Hello.
Hey.
So, let's try this, and hopefully, even if it's wrong, it'll get close enough to one way or the other that I can extrapolate. So, is my ability each night asterisk learn how many times an evil player nominated one evil player registers as good to you?
That's really fun. No. But it's a really fun ability.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
As
George,
lunatic, would
I don't think it's Legion. I think quite probably George
it is
and
Legion.
Danica are both evil.
From my
Right.
perspective, I think it basically has to be Abdu, in that I've had yeses on both George and Abdu, and if one of them's the red herring, that means one is good and one is evil.
You
And-
also had the yeses on Danica, I thought.
No, I haven't a yes on Danica. I had a no on Samantha and Danica. So I think Abdu has to be the demon from my perspective.
George, why were you claiming Savant on day 2?
So my day one question, was very wrong, but told me that my ability relates to the general. So I thought I want to, me being a double claim, I thought was advantageous because it would mean me not getting killed at night, and therefore some kind of impediment still happening to the evil team manipulating their board presence. I thought it's invaluable for me to stay alive, so I embraced the double claim.
But by discrediting my information that pointed at my neighbours.
I mean, I think your information was not amazing, to be honest with you, and I backed up on day 3. It got me enough to get through to day 2, which is what I wanted. I just asked whether an evil player registers as good to my ability, and I got a no, in a way that made me think it certainly wasn't the reverse either. I don't think there's somebody misregistering to me. I think I probably haven't thought closely enough about its interaction with the swap, because I haven't really asked about that directly since day 1.
Okay, so your ability is suggesting not Legion. Is that what you're saying?
It's really so the good team. If my ability is it would have to be Danica, me, Karen, Arwell. I think that is the only possible good team if it's Legion for me, because I have a 1 on day 1, and that's really complicated otherwise.
Who did George nominate on day 1?
Oh no, actually, that still doesn't work because I have a 1 on Arif and Abdu.
Does anyone remember who George nominated?
Okay.
I didn't.
Samantha is not talking, so I think she's evil. So I think it is Legion.
I mean, I just have all of my information. I'm probably voting on Abdu.
What?
I think we have to work on it based on it being Legion. So who do we think is? Because there's no minion activity.
Since it became clear to Danica that I was also claiming amnesiac, she has made very little effort to get me killed, and has privately told me, "Oh, you're probably just the Raven Keeper."
The thing is, so if I am the Lunatic Legion, if I would have gone the exact Legion team if Danica is the remaining Legion. I personally think it might actually be Abdu, because he knows exactly who to kill right now. It's Danica, right?
What do
From
you mean? I know
Zara's
exactly who to kill?
Well, your artist question asked if George is the right execution.
Yeah.
So you're only I think Abdu's socially evil.
Why? Again, if I was evil, I would have not still be the demon.
I've been saying this
people have
since
been
day
saying,
one.
"Oh,
the world that's been building is a Legion world where the demon can't change because you're all the demon. In that world.
Actually, your info, George, on night 3 says it can't be Abdu because you only got a 1.
This is kind of my problem. In that world, Arif is good, which means that you are evil, Karen. Which is,
I'm
fine,
gonna
you're
start to
dead.
push you for nominations, and I also see a hand from Hobbs, so I want you to have time to talk first.
Oh, just flexing the hand. I just want to say, because I felt it was curious, why wouldn't Karen, who's claiming lunatic, would have been in a fake Poppy Grower game? That would have been so much simpler. I think it's not 100% clear that Karen is on the good team, and I think Abdu is just good, and they're pushing on Abdu right now.
I confirm Karen with my Undertaker.
Okay.
You could be Nadashi poisoned by Abdu.
And Arif is a
or Legion.
This is the second.
I'm
waiting at Abdu.
Abdu,
you nominated Danica?
Yeah. A lot of people seem to want to vote with me. Please, 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 whoever is good, We need to vote on Danica. I've tried so hard to stay to the very end so I can have a nice, simple question. I simply can't see any way that my information can be wrong. I think I'm more inclined to both of you are evil. Hob presented a world where early on they were trying to paint Serenovus and then are backing out, which feels plausible. I don't know. But yeah, this is the only thing I can see. Please, good players, vote here, or at least just don't vote on me.
Unless George is the Nodashi, and I mean, seeing my neighbor is absolutely wild and I love it. It just has to be Abdu from my perspective, so I will probably counter nom unless anybody really wants me to nominate George and do a triangle.
Alright. Takes 2 votes to put Danica up for execution. Starting now.
I'm really hoping that the lack of votes is because this is a Legion game. Come on. Come
I
on.
really don't think it is.
3's enough. Danica's about to die.
George,
Who
unless you know
wins?
Nodashi, I have to trust you. So, are you going to
Yeah.
nominate Abdu, or would you like me to?
I probably will.
I would suggest against Abdu though, right? If it's Legion.
So if it's like, why am I guess I'm alive to back up Danica in that
No,
world.
no,
Like,
you're alive because there are only 2 good alive, and like we've executed me good, Arwell good, and
I can't make my information make sense really with Legion. That's
In the wo-
Last call for nominations.
Danica will nominate Abdu.
Tell us why.
I'm really worried about George's dilly-dallying. But I know it's not me, and I'm just gonna have to trust I'm not next to the Nodashi with a pixie with a bluff.
George's dilly-dallying is actually making me slightly trust him more. Please, George, don't. Please, 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 don't. This is where we need to put the kill. Please, God, I beg you, just leave it where it is. Let the other Legion vote on me. That's fine.
It takes 3
Just
votes to tie.
please.
And
I'm
4
not Legion,
votes
and I'm voting.
to put Abdu
Yeah.
under execution. Starting.
My fortune telling
No.
though points directly at Abdu if it's not.
Let's
you,
not
George.
tie
The
them.
hand-
Abdu reads his
The
real
hands that are up
good.
on this, I don't trust enough. I'm
The
sorry,
thing
I'm wrong.
is, Danica is actually confirmed as good in your
What?
info from night
3
one,
is the same number
night
of
2.
votes. But you don't know yet if it's true. George, would you like to
I will not be
nominate yourself for
nominating
Dead
anyone.
Body? Okay, then
No, I don't think so.
the day is over.
Oh boy.
Which also means the game is over. But who's won? It's a good question. You have not, of course, killed George, who is your amnesiac. But someone has died. Because Danica has been executed, and the good team has won the game. That was incredibly close. Well done to our good team of Abdu the artist, Arwell the savant, who you executed on day 1, and Karen the lunatic, who you executed on day 2. That was incredibly close. What an exciting finish. We also have our Legion team of Tesso, Ellen, Samantha, Arif, and Hob, all of whom did a fantastic job building so many worlds, especially that one with Abdu as the Nodashi was so good to just really, I think, that was such a close game and such a fun game. I know chat had a lot of fun with that, so like really, really well done. George, would you like to take one last stab at your ability?
I'm not going to find like an exact thing. I think there must be some aspect to. I haven't worked out the exact connection to the kid rule specifically, which I think is what's holding me back. And I don't. With Legion, I'm struggling to make that make sense. Please just put me out of misery.
I think it's actually much simpler, and related to the general maybe was a bit too misleading in hindsight because it didn't actually have to do with swaps. It was simply each night
It's just
learn how
not
many evil
nominations,
players
yeah.
nominated a good player. And that is
Okay,
what
sure.
made your numbers lower than they think. And so I think it was really nice because you got enough out of you did sort of what I dream for all of my amnes, which is like, even though you didn't get a full bingo, you had enough information to get you useful information in the game, which was also fantastic because if you had bingoed, it would have just sort of broken the game and solved everything. So I was like, oh, this is good. This is balanced. But yes, it was very, very, very close. Really well played to both teams. And yeah.
Very
that's
well
right.
done. Very well done.
Amazing.
So mind blown that Hob was Legion.
Uh,
I was the only person in the world
What
I
I-
trusted. I was like,
What I
yeah.
loved about that so
You
much
know,
was that
it's
every Legion had at least one or two good players who like really believed them, and so it was such a nice balance of like I knew that like Hob and Abdu were for sure in a little pocket together, and then we had like Danica and George who like there was a lot of trust I think with that Pixie claim, and it was just that was fantastic. Like really, really well played to both teams. I know Legion can be tough. When I saw that the randomizer did Legion, I was just like, no, not that. But it ended up being actually I think a really good game. Yeah.
Mhm.
There was one point I think Arwell went, I think the evil team is Ellen, Abdu, and George, and I was like, I'm not unhappy with that. That's fine.
It was something. It
Two out of
was
three.
quite difficult for us after Arvel spent his dead vote, because then we struggled to get a good player to vote a lot of the time.
Yeah.
That
So that
was
was really
really like
difficult.
as much as Arwell using his dead vote was really good for the evil team. I think it then also it did become quite interesting because I had originally thought, oh, like if Abdu doesn't use his ability by like day 4 or so, I'm probably gonna kill him, and then I quite literally could not. Because he had to live, and so I was like, this is so fun for him that he gets to like live until final 3 as an unspent artist, but also, really, really well played to both teams. I'm just so happy that we could like give this script a good showing, and now we have another script to give a good showing to, which is the Ballad of Seat 7. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put chat on a quick break while we get that sorted. But yes, everyone can briefly wave goodbye to chat temporarily. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Gen Con stream where we are running Game 2 of this World Cup matchup. We just saw The Warrens by Zetz, and we are now on to the Ballad of Seat 7 by Trash Warlock. This script's gin roll is Seat 7, which I have dragged into the right place. Seat 7 remains empty. Its choices are arbitrary. Once per game, the storyteller may speak on its behalf. Thankfully, I am storytelling from the house of the lovely Arrow, host of the Fumbled Anthology Call of Cthulhu podcast, which is an awesome actual play podcast that you all should listen to. It even has haters, so that's how you know it's good. But fortunately, what that means is that there's a bunch of dice right in front of me, so I was already planning on using dice rolls to make arbitrary decisions, because I'd like to make them truly arbitrary. So that is how we'll do the arbitrariness of it, and then once per game, if I feel it is necessary, I will speak on behalf of the seat. If I am the demon or minions, then if I'm the demon specifically, then I will use that speaking, I believe, as is canon, to specifically give the minions bluffs. I'm just gonna quickly double check and make sure there's not anything else I am missing from this script to make sure that I know everything that needs to be known. Yes, speaking for the seat can be public, private, does not need to be the truth, and can be used to nominate and accuse a player, even itself. There's no limit to what I can say or how long I can speak. The only limit is that it's only one instance of speaking for the whole game. And then, okay, so another thing to note, I'm just like reading through, making sure we have all the context right now. Though the voting is was not considered in the initial creation of this gin rule, voting can be ruled as an arbitrary choice if the storyteller feels it's necessary, but the script creator would caution against doing it regularly because we want the storyteller to sort of have a minimal impact on the game. They advise no more than 1 vote per day to maintain balance. Cool. So we will let that be. Yes, and if they draw if Seat 7 is the demon, then we will use our once per game speaking ability to give the minions bluffs specifically. Which is an interesting reason to potentially like delay the speaking, because it would sort of potentially that you're the demon if you don't, if you do speak, you basically are confirmed not the demon at that point in the game, as I understand it. So yeah, let's rack a bag. We have 10 players, including our esteemed Seat 7, and as for the rules of the World Cup, we're just going to hit shuffle a bunch, and then that's going to give us a setup, and it can't give us Legion this time. So, boom, there we go. Okay. Nodashi, Boffin, Boom Dandy, that's fun. And then oh my god, and Magician. Dreamer, farmer. What a wild setup this is. Fisherman, mayor. Okay. My gut instinct is to remove one of these townsfolk and put in a balloonist and a damsel. But yeah, I don't love messing with the setups too much, but I do think that like having outsiders, like a subtle outsider, could be nice, because otherwise this is going to be a pretty strong town. I think maybe taking out... Actually, I kind of want to keep the dreamer in, because I like that the dreamer is there to, like, they can find out what seat 7 is without seat 7 having to speak, which is quite useful. I might also put the balloonist in and then not put in an outsider at all, but just to, like, give, maybe there's an outsider. So I think maybe what we'll do is take the magician out and put the balloonist in, but leave the number of outsiders. This is, oh, we will have a boffin as well. Boffin balloonist is such a spicy outsider mod too. I really want to look at this and go, is there something useful for the boffin to give the demon? And right now, looking at what's left out, the only thing I'd really want to give is virgin, which is good, but maybe not the best. But I'm also like, what else would be good? I think fisherman could be quite good, actually. So I might take the fisherman out so that we can give that as the boffin ability, and then put in... I mean, we could just put the magician back. We might just do that. Or we could do librarian 0, which I don't hate. But that's quite strong, I think, in a game of this size. So yeah, let's just put the magician back, so that's not actually a swap. So all we've done is remove the fisherman and put in a balloonist. Yeah, that feels pretty authentic. Yeah, cool. I would keep everyone in chat, now that I've gone back to chat, everyone's like, magician. Keep the magician in. Yeah, I think I would keep the fisherman. I'm just looking at this going like, oh, well, we could, okay, if we keep the fisherman, we could give washerwoman, which I don't hate. I think washerwoman's kind of fun, but I just think that like washerwoman dreamer, okay, you know what? We will keep the fisherman. And we will give washerwoman, and we will show them where the farmer is, or where the dreamer is, depending on who's Nodashi poisoned, basically. We will give them the most high priority target. And we'll show them the magician as the other player, so that they'll, like, know. I think that's okay. And then we haven't changed anything with the setup, which is kind of cool. I do really like that aspect of this, and there's nothing, like, quite broken with it. So yeah, I think that'll be fine. And yes, the boffin will be able to help figure out which player is the demon based off of which ability it is, if and only if the demon claims to have that power. So I think that'll be an interesting balance. But yeah, washerwoman, okay, I'm okay with that. I was thinking that like maybe, I want there to be a balloonist, but I don't, we could do seamstress for balloonist. I just want there to be the question of outsider modification because we're at base 0 without it being necessarily a Fangu game. So yeah, I think like maybe, how do we feel about seamstress out for balloonist? Yeah, because I don't really want to give balloonist like as a bluff, because I just think it's a very likely bluff for a Fangu, and I'd rather not have the Nodashi be killed because people think they're the Fangu. So I think what we'll do is we'll swap the seamstress out, and we'll give seamstress as a bluff and put the balloonist in. But we're not actually going to add an outsider, we're just putting that in to make people worried about a drunk or a damsel. And I think, yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's going to be good. So let's pass these out. Seat 7 is the boom dandy. That's amazing. That's so fun. Okay, so Arwell is poisoning. Oh, this is great. Arwell is poisoning Karen and Hob. So we'll have bad fisherman advice and a fortune teller who's gonna absolutely get yeses on the boom dandy. This is so fun. This means I'm probably not gonna be able to talk because I'm gonna need to look like the demon. We have Tesso as the magician, which will be really fun. And we have Boffin Washerwoman, who is going to see, yeah, definitely the farmer. So they're going to see the farmer or the magician as the farmer. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go have some bluffs, which will be noble, seamstress, and we could do just like barber or something. Actually, I don't hate that. Well, yeah, because they won't know if outsiders are out of place. We'll go noble, seamstress, barber. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool. We got a setup. Let's do it. We could use the speaking of seat 7 to inform the evil team that the other minion is the boom. I really, really like that. Yeah, I think this will be really, really, really fun. Oh my god, this is super funny, using my ability as seat 7 to inform the evil team of the boom. The good roll, so I think what I'll do for the good roll for seat 7, because I can, I guess technically it's supposed to be arbitrary, right? So I will sort of arbitrarily look at the rolls that are out of play, or think about what, I mean, it's hard, right? There's not really a way to arbitrarily show the dreamer what's going on with seat 7. What I really like is that if seat 7 were the Nodashi, then Danica Poison would absolutely see Boom Dandy on the Nodashi. So that world is very, like, this just feels like a fun setup. Yeah, it's really hard to say what an arbitrary choice is going to be, because there's no way to make sort of that impartial of a choice. I might just, like, roll a die and then whatever out of play roll is that number. Yeah, I'll probably do that because that feels like the truest way to stay authentic to its choices are arbitrary. Although, no, I guess not, because it's seat 7. When seat 7 makes choices, they're arbitrary. As the storyteller, I don't have to be arbitrary. I'll probably just give whatever I think is going to help seat 7's team the most. So in this case, whatever will make it most likely that they murder the crap out of it, if that's what they want. But yeah, let's go ahead and say hi to our players, and then we'll start this game. All right, I'm back. I've got chat. We're really excited. Seat 7, the game hasn't started yet, so I'm just going to say on Seat 7's behalf that Seat 7 is so excited to play this game. They can't wait. They haven't looked at their token yet, but they can feel it's going to be a fun one. All right, and on that note, let's all go to sleep. Yeah, this should be a good time. What's convenient is that we don't have to wake up Seat 7, but we do get to go tell Abdu and Arwell that Seat 7 is their teammate. So I think that's quite fun. And first things first, we're gonna let the evil folks. I might just, yeah, we'll just wake them together.
Hello.
Give me a sec. Hello.
Oh, hello.
I am going to show you both the washerwoman token.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hell yeah. Yes, you've now figured out, because I can just tell you this now. Abdu, Arwell is the demon. Arwell, Abdu is one of the minions. The other minion is Seat 7.
Oh, yes!
Let's go. Okay, great.
I can't wait. Cool. And now, Abdu, if you can kindly leave so I can give Arwell some bluffs.
I don't know if I have a skeleton woman or a pit hack. This is mad.
It's kind of fun.
Okay, great. Yeah, what are the...
Yes,
please?
so besides knowing that Washwoman is out of play, you learn that there are three roles I did not put in the bag, which are Noble, Seamstress, and Barber.
Oh, I needed the barber. Okay, great. Thanks.
Yep.
Do I get my washerwoman info now, or do I need to wait?
Fuck me, I just realized that I messed up the game. Hang on, we might need to re-rack. No, never mind, I'm fine, we're fine. Cool.
Nah, we're fine.
Yeah. Don't mind me. We are going to give you... Wait, what am I talking about? Yeah, we are gonna... I was just like double checking the order of the night. We're good. Your washerwoman information. Sorry, the taquito is licking my fingers and I'm very distracted. You are going to see that either George or seat 7 is the farmer.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
I forgot the magician. Boffin really messes that up. No, that's just on me for not paying attention. Yep, we are gonna have a drunk magician because we kind of have to, and that's fine because we have a balloonist, so this is still a legal setup. Yep, I actually think that's probably fine because, like, it has to be fine, honestly. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like that wasn't a big mistake, but that's okay because it's not really gonna change the course of the game. And it'll still be, I think, interesting to see how we go. So, yeah, it gives the balloonist more to ping off of, so I'm happy with that. I might even give the outsider first, which is a little crazy, but yeah, I don't mind that. You know what, actually, I think I'll give, yeah, I think what do I want to do? I think I'll give Tesso first. Alright, what else needs to actually happen tonight? We need to get picks from Karen. We need to get... yes, we need Danica to pick someone. And we need to tell our balloonist something. I think we will... Well, let's give Danica, actually. I'm happy with that. Who has picked Samantha? That's quite funny. Let's go balloonist or boom dandy, I think. Or balloonist or Fengu. Balloonist or Fengu is nice. Because those sort of go nicely together and say, hey, there's an outsider in this game, you should be thinking about that. Let's do that. Balloonist or Fengu. Yeah. I actually really enjoy that I can use the cards to do Dreamer because it gives me an extra second to, like, really think about what I'm giving and make sure that it's something that works. Samantha and Ellen, surely we just give a yes as demon candidates, because that I think is a good use of Nadashi Poison. And then basically any other people that Karen picks will give a no unless specifically seat 7 is in it, and we'll give a yes. So basically for Karen, we are mimicking that there's a red herring in Ellen and Samantha and that seat 7 is the demon. Yeah, that's all we had to do. Yeah, this is all good. Yes, the magician doesn't actually... Everything is fine. We did briefly mess up, but I also think that, like, it makes Barber a less viable bluff, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, it is more balanced than we think. So the Dreamer is sober and healthy. The Balloonist is sober and healthy. Yeah, and this is, like, I think this is part of the power of the Nadashi in a game of this size. And depending on, like, what's going on with George, like, it'll be interesting to see sort of how that goes. I like the idea for fisherman advice that we could give something like the evil team has no idea who the farmer is or something like that. But yeah, I think this will be interesting because, like, if the boom dandy does go off, it'll still be fairly solvable. It'll be a little rough with the dark magician, but I don't think it would have been that different given that one of the minions couldn't speak anyways. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We have slightly changed the plan, but we had room for change, and this is how we make the game continue, so we do it. All right, let's wake him up. All right, good morning, town. I know all of you are so excited to say good morning back to me because all of you have voices that you can use to speak regularly in this game and not just be voiced through me and Taquito. I am dead, once again. Taquito is here, standing atop my dead corpse, being like, why is there an empty chair in this town? Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's the Ballad of Seat 7. Let's do it.
Seat 7, can we talk by the campfire, please?
That sounds fun. I'll go. I was gonna go mayor, and I kind of still gonna go mayor.
I'm the Nadashi, so Hob and Karen are poisoned unless there's a balloonist added an outsider, and then I'm poisoning George or Samantha. George is the farmer.
Cool. I don't know.
Hey, are you enjoying
Hey,
your chat?
I'm
This
just-
is not me speaking on behalf of Seat 7. I was just asking how your chat is going.
Okay, I see. No, I'm just. They might show up any moment now. So I'm just gonna see if they wanna talk.
Cool. Well, enjoy the fire in the meantime.
I think that we are good. There's nothing. Yeah, the demon is choosing all the picks, so Jams can't just punish us for hard confirming each other so early on in the game.
Unless it's him.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Unless it's C7. Okay, cool. Well,
I'm
maybe I
gonna
should
claim
claim
washerwoman's
Bowser.
people probably, and say that I'm confirming you if you like, or you can say that you're the washerwoman confirming me. Or you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I was thinking about claiming to be an outsider.
Ellen in because she told me specifically that she never wanted to chat to Seat 7 this game, so...
No, I said it was sad that we left Seat 7 in town, but then we decided that was Seat 7's fault, and they could choose to chat to people if they wanted to.
I'm not sure they know how to join a chat because Hob said I'm going to be at the campfire and Seat 7 never moves, so I think
Hob
somebody
was
should
waiting
tell
a
them how
long
to
time
join
for
a
Seat
chat.
7. I also need to say
Yeah.
the urge to just say rude in response to you saying that Seat 7 didn't want to chat with anyone was so strong, but I'm not wasting the once per game speech on that.
Well, I think they just don't like fire.
So
Oh,
I
maybe.
legitimately, but before we got our tokens, I went, I'm going to be a minion and Seat 7 will be the demon. And then I kind of didn't consider that wouldn't be an option until I got my token and was on the good team. It was like, I'm disappointed.
Oh, which minion are you then, Ellen?
I'm
She's on the
sadly
good
not.
team. She's confirmed good actually this game.
Oh, really?
Good,
Is
because
that
I
another
promised-
one of your confirms?
No, I am her washerwoman and I trust her this game. What about you, Tesso? Do we trust you yet?
You can trust me. I'm the noble. And neither of you are in my pings, so, you know.
Are you sharing your pings?
No, not yet.
Okay, so you're not the noble.
No, and you're not the washerwoman, so that's fine. Ellen,
Okay,
how
so-
about you?
I am
What
the
are you
washerwoman.
not? Oh, you're the washerwoman. Also not true, but that's
No.
fine.
Okay, alright. I'm the
Not the truth
librarian,
one.
Tesso. I've seen you as the drug, so if you're washerwoman confirming someone, you could be the drug.
That's more possible.
Yeah.
So,
Have you
what are
confirmed your
Ellen?
person yet?
No, I have not. But now
How
I
come
won't
you was the
bother
drug?
because I'm the drunk, apparently. What are you, Ellen?
Balloonist.
Oh, I couldn't see on the script for a minute. What a liar you are!
Great lie. Yeah, actually, I am the bounty hunter.
So who's in the game for definite then?
I can tell you Abdu is in the game.
Oh, Abdu's in the game. That's really good
Yeah.
news. Okay, fantastic. Thanks all.
Oh, thank you.
Not
Thanks.
one of you has told the truth to me, but that's fine. Ta-ra!
Bye.
Give me one more minute.
Some
Okay.
stuff that's not real.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Cool. Me.
Are you willing to do a thing?
Ellen, you simply are not.
What? Why?
I'm the washerwoman. You can absolutely take that and put it in the bin where it belongs.
Fine, I'm a dreamer who saw you as the washerwoman.
Okay. I mean... okay,
Well, would you like to claim Pit Hag instead? Because that's your other option.
my issue is not with me looking good in this conversation. It's my ability to trust you, of course. Because
I don't know why you
back
wouldn't.
down into I'm so sorry. I'm actually confirming you as the thing you just said you are.
Well, I'm happy with you, if that helps.
Cool. Well, that's great. That's fine then.
Perfect.
Alright. Well, thank you.
I love how many people have played washerwoman in this game. Alright, welcome back to town, everybody. I'm unclear if Seat 7 ever left, but I'm sure they'll get the hang of it eventually. In chat, the scriptwriter has apologized for not teaching Seat 7 how to use the app. Anyways, noms are open.
I'm the washerwoman confirming Seat 7 as the virgin if anyone wants to try.
I'm so tempted.
I really.
Jams, actually, quick question.
Yes.
What is Seat 7's ability re-nomination and voting? What did it do?
Oh yes, this is a great point because I read these to chat and I did not read them to you because you guys were not in the room at the time. So specifically, this is what the author said. Though voting was not considered in the initial creation of the gin roll, it can be ruled as an arbitrary choice if the storyteller feels it is necessary. I would caution against doing so regularly, as the storyteller should minimize their impact on the outcome of the game as much as possible. I would advise no more than 1 vote per day to maintain balance. And it does not say anything about nominating, so I am going to assume, although they are in chat so they can always correct me, currently I am assuming that Seat 7 cannot nominate unless I want to use my once per game speaking on its behalf to do a nomination specifically. So, and then just because I think chat knows this and players should know this, if Seat 7 is specifically the demon, then I must use the once per game speaking to give the minions their bluffs. So yes, if I would like to nominate at some point on Seat 7's behalf, I can do that once per game, and I can choose to vote once per day, but in general, I will avoid exerting my own influence on behalf of Seat 7 on the game.
So they can't they can't defend themselves as well if they're nominated?
If they are nominated and they choose to defend themselves, that would be their once per game speaking.
Okay.
Which means they're not the demon if they ever defend
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Can you guarantee us that Seat 7 is going to get its own voice, Jams? Perhaps
well,
a Muppet voice.
Oh, I'll think about it. Yeah, I do think Seat 7 should
Okay,
really,
thanks.
I'll try and embrace the personality as well as just speak on its, I'm not just gonna,
Excellent.
it's not just gonna be me. I'm not playing, Seat 7's playing.
No,
Yeah.
it's improv, mate.
If Seat 7 is the virgin and we nominate them and they get confirmed, then it would be very useful, I think,
Yeah.
for the good
Yeah,
team.
because then we can all
It
tell our
would
information
be-
to Seat 7.
I mean, we could tell it to the other person on the virgin.
I think specifically
no.
Arwell should nominate Seat 7.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's already confirming Seat 7. There's no need to.
Why would I nominate Seat 7?
Yeah.
He's just, you're a washwoman, so it's fine if you.
Yeah, but I already know they're the virgin, so if someone else nominates them and doesn't die, I know they're evil.
Well, Seat 7 is in a seamstress no with you, Arwell, so you
Right.
should nominate them.
Wait, no. If someone else nominates them and you and they don't die, you don't know if that person's evil or if Seat 7's evil.
Seat
Set
7's
can call
not
for
evil.
nominations.
Okay, you're saying the other person's evil.
What if you're
Has
the
anyone
drunk
got anything?
Arwell?
Danica nominates Ellen.
Tell us why.
Seat 7 sent me a private chat and said that they have an evil ping on Ellen.
Ellen?
I think Tessa confirmed in the night that she tried to send Seat 7 messages and couldn't. So I think you're lying.
No, not possible.
All right.
That's the long
Takes
way down.
not a good
5 votes to put Ellen up for execution. Starting now.
You're not a good player?
I am a good
That's
player,
how
I'm not a
it's
good
like a message.
pill.
But instead, Seat 7 messaged Danica, which is obviously that's allowed.
All right, 2 is not enough. I have also just had a quick correction from chat that I do not have to use the what's it called? The Seat 7 speaking to give the minions the bluffs. Just so you know. Anyways, Ellen's safe.
So this is a weird situation because there's not an awful lot of reasons to. We don't have any characters that encourage execution specifically. There's no undertakers, no cannibal. And we
There's a
are
damsel,
at-
so we should encourage
damsel.
executions. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
we-
Doom Daddy.
Murder for the
So-
love of it.
I mean, if there's a damsel, does that mean it's Fangu? There's no huntsman.
Right. Yes. Oh well, yeah, balloonist as well.
Oh yeah.
I'll nominate George.
Why?
I'm the noble, and my pings are seat 7, George, and Arwell. So let's kill into the noble pings.
George.
I have spoken to somebody who has mechanical information confirming that I am what I am. I don't know how far I trust them, but that person exists.
All right.
That's interesting.
Takes 5 votes to put George up for execution. Starting now.
Well, then let's kill seat 7 or Arwell then.
I guess so.
Well, I think there's a reason why we shouldn't kill me, Samantha.
Well, then let's kill seat 7.
4 is not enough.
I'll go for it. I'll nominate seat 7.
Tell us why.
Not the Virgin. I knew it. Noble Pink, seat 7 is welcome to explain why we shouldn't do this.
All right, seat 7, your defense. All right, takes 5 votes to put seat 7 on the block. Starting now.
Confirm the demon. The demon has already used their ability. We need to go for this now.
If it's got the PR token, I simply don't want to do it yet.
Oh, that is true.
I'll nominate Samantha, please.
Tell us why.
I am the noble, with Samantha in my pings.
That's true, and we discussed how I'm hard confirmed, so I'm not the evil in your pings. Apparently George is also hard confirmed, so we really should have just killed C7 probably.
All right, takes 5 votes this time to put Samantha up for execution. Starting now.
Are you claiming your clues?
No.
No, Samantha's been seen by a washwoman.
3's not enough.
They're drunk.
Kilk nominates Karen.
Why?
Karen is within a group of people who don't have mechanical information backing them up, as far as I'm aware. Let's see what happens if we vote for her.
Whoa. I have mechanical confirmation from seat 7, but they actually can't speak at the moment, so that's like pretty, sad if you just kill me. Yeah, I'm good. Please don't do this.
All right, takes 5 to put Karen on the block. Starting now.
I think Karen's good, because I claimed their role to them, and the way they reacted seemed pretty good.
5's enough. Karen's about to die.
I'll nominate Tesso.
Why?
I am a good player this game. Tesso looked like she was about to go to sleep. So I think, dead people sleep, so we should put her out of her misery.
Well said. Tessa, your defense?
I don't want to go to sleep, but my house does smell of bacon, so if we could wrap this up nice and quick, that would be great.
Right.
Karen, if you didn't lie to me, then you shouldn't be particularly panicky about this. We certainly
I did lie to you. You
Well,
knew that I
know.
lied to you, yeah.
Well, obviously I did, but for that you should die.
Well, takes 5 votes to tie and 6 votes to put Tesso up for execution. Starting now.
It's okay, Karen. I'm minion panicking for you.
Danica, do you want the 6?
Seat 7, you should vote. You're confirming me.
I'm voting.
6
I'm voting for
votes
seat 7. They keep
is enough.
me.
Oh, thank you for that, Danica. Tesso is now on the block. Karen is safe.
Okay, that's not fun.
Closing the day in 5. All right. Tesso is executed and dies. Now we'll go to sleep. All right, interesting start. Not too bad for either team, I suppose. I do feel like there's a chance that seat 7 is gonna get executed as the Boom Dandy, which is very fun. Let's see what we have going on here. It's Arwell's just first, so we can get a choice from him, and then depending what else happens. It sounds like Arwell has not confirmed George as the farmer. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Hob dies. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Just take out the poison fisherman entirely so they're not going to know. I don't know what Hob claimed to Arwell, but I don't think that's bad. So that means that Karen gets to act, as does Danica. I think this Dreamer is going to help this game a lot. And then we showed Samantha Danica yesterday. I am very bad at using the balloonist reminder tokens, which means we need to give someone else today. I think let's give Abdu today, because I think that's fine. Abdu dying is so not bad. Hob and Arwell, we're going to give a no. Easy enough. And Danica has jumped seat 7. I can't believe I didn't do this night 1. Okay, so we are going to take a look at the bluffs arbitrarily, which are those 3 things, plus these other ones. That's, what, like 10 rolls-ish? Yeah, let's say 10, and we'll just take Noble out, because we know Arwell's bluffing that. So we will find a d10 here, and roll that. Yes, thank you for all of your dice, Arrow, by the way. And that is a 4. So we are gonna give, what's 4? Starting on seamstress. 1, 2, 3, 4. Librarian. Okay, that's funny. Okay, sure. Librarian or Boom Dandy. Oh wait, we already talked about this, that it doesn't need to be. I can decide what we give. I might do Librarian anyways. I promise my brain is working. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. Oh my god, Damsel Boom Dandy. Yeah, okay, you're right. You are so right, chat. We're saying Damsel or Boom Dandy. Yeah, great. Damsel or Boom Dandy. What a funny set of things. Great. Yeah, I'm happy with that, especially because there is a balloonist, so like it's not unrealistic, and like she knows that there is. Barbara is also quite good, but yeah, I think Damsel is like, we need to get this killed, and it might change the way that they play it. This is so fun. Yeah, I think that was correct. Cool, and then we're gonna tell Samantha Abdu, which I think is so fine because the Boffin can die here. I do think it's a bit rough for Evil's like voting power and nomming power, just because seat 7 can't really vote and nominate the same way that another Evil player would. But also, I think we're pretty balanced right now. The mayor is probably the biggest threat to the town or to the Evil team. Good for the town, bad for the Evil team, and they've got a poison fortune teller yes on the mayor. Plus, the fisherman died before getting any sort of information, so they can't even read into that. Yeah, I think we're all right. Let's wake him up. Good morning, town. I'm being fully just licked by Taquito right now. An absolute tragedy occurred in the night, which is that Hob has perished.
Alan and Samantha, but I think Alan is the red herring. The role she gave me was pretty red herring-like. And then I have a no on Hob and Arwell, which I kind of trust, yeah.
Cool. All right. So, let's assume that any of that is true for the moment. I am the magician, and George came to me straight away and said, "I am the washerwoman. Are you the librarian?" And I went, "Yeah, of course I am. I'm not." So I am kind of sus of George, especially as everyone else then claimed washerwoman in town. So I think that I wasn't expecting to hide for very long anyway. And the fact that 6 people voted on me means that nobody believed I was evil at all on the evil team. So that's fine. But George, I am kind of sus of George. It's not much evidence, but that's where I am.
Okay. Sorry, what did he said he saw you as?
He said he was watchful and he'd seen the librarian, yeah. Which is why I laughed when you went, I'm the librarian, I saw you as the joke. I'm like,
oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh.
I mean, that's what I would have done, right? You go straight to somebody and...
Could he just be the boom boom?
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. So, yeah, that's all the evidence I have, but there we go. So,
okay.
I'm just
I trust Abdu, and I think I trust Alan for now.
Okay.
Danica
cool.
seems
So
good as well.
So where did you did, what was your yeses again?
Samantha and Alan, yes.
Samantha and Alan, yes. Okay, so this does seem to be a little Samantha Arwell thing going on, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, do you know if Danica's claiming seamstress?
I haven't spoken to Danica.
She's not in the chat.
No,
oh, she's alone.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I did speak to her. Hello.
Hello. We saw you were alone with Seat 7.
Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. Seat 7 and I have formed a real bond.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, are you seamstress?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. No, I am.
What's the info you had on Samantha?
Oh no, I.
Oh, Alan. Sorry, Alan.
Samantha.
Oh. What? Sorry, what was the evil info on Alan that you had?
Oh no, I just made that up because no one was nominating, and I wanted to get things rolling, and I thought no one would vote on a meme.
Right. Okay, sure. So you're confirming Samantha as good.
Yes.
Okay. Are you sharing the other side of the ping?
Oh, Samantha hard claimed the role I saw, so I didn't even talk to them. I saw Arwell and Samantha.
Oh, but they're in a noble role swap, aren't they? So you could technically be confirming Arwell, if that's the role you're confirming.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the fortune teller. Yeah.
Ooh, have you cleared Seat 7?
Well, not yet. No. If they are in a noble ping, I'm just gonna leave Seat 7 alone for now, because if I get a yes on them, I'll feel sad for them. So.
Okay. I'm feeling evil between Abdu and George based on some information I've heard around town and vibes.
I think George might be the boom Danny. Abdu read pretty good to me, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Tess,
I never actually learned what you were. We kind of just chatted about Seat 7 for a while, and then.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have told you anyway. So I'm the magician.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but the fact that I got 6 votes so easily means I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't expect to hide for very long, and I'm sure that they didn't hide. But some stuff that George did in my very first chat makes me super suspicious of George.
Interesting. Is that why George was just asking about voting and I was just absolutely not paying attention?
I don't know. But he came straight to me and claimed to be washerwoman and I was in the pink, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's true at all.
No, I don't think that's true, George.
Should we kill Arwell? Could Arwell be the Nodashi?
So Ellen, you're sticking with Dreamer.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes, as far as I'm aware, my ability has malfunctioned. So,
George, you are the washerwoman.
Yes, but it doesn't seem like I've correctly seen my person.
Who did you see?
I've seen Samantha and Tesso. I haven't spoken to Samantha yet, but Tesso's denied it, and Arwell says Samantha's going to be something else.
Well, my ability malfunctioned last night, so I just think Hobbs either figure killed or Karen's Nodashi.
Hi!
Hey! Samantha, are you the librarian?
I'm the balloonist.
Fine. So annoying.
This is so fun.
What good timing. Welcome back.
Okay. So I am Dreamer confirmed. My balloonist ping on night 1 was the Dreamer. On night 2, I got Abdu, who is also claiming to be a townsfolk, who is confirming George, who is also in the noble pings. So that makes Abdu and George look very evil together.
Wait. Your
How's
first
Abdu-
balloonist ping was the Dreamer. So your first balloonist ping was one of me or George.
What? No, your second.
What?
George is claiming to be the Dreamer?
No. I'm confused.
My first balloonist ping is the Dreamer. My second
Okay.
balloonist ping is you, who is also claiming to be townsfolk.
Okay, I now understand.
And
Yeah.
I'm confirmed by the Dreamer from that same night.
Okay.
So that makes Abdu and George look very evil
That-
together, considering George is also in the noble pings.
So, Abdu, I guess our shit got a broken containment, did it?
But Samantha, you were claiming to be Washerwoman confirmed on day 1. What's gone on there?
It's Dreamer confirmed, not Washerwoman confirmed.
Okay, who's the noble ping? Sorry.
George? George and seat 7.
Hi.
I'll nominate Arwell.
Why?
I think Arwell is the Nodashi, and I think George might be the Boom Daddy because I heard that he did suspicious stuff on day 1.
Arwell?
Karen, about 15 minutes ago, you messaged me saying you're living to final 3 today, and then you nominate me. I think Karen's the Nodashi. I think I've got 3 good players in my pings. Well, until we figure out anything about C7. As we discussed yesterday, there's no reason to execute. Let's not execute, thank you.
Alright. Takes 4 to put Arwell on the block. Starting now.
C7, if you raise
Apparently
your hand
George
now.
was very much out of evil, so you don't have 3 good players.
Why is
Nobody is saying
Abdu
this.
confirming George then?
Oh, sorry, 4 is enough.
Could Abdu
and
be drunk?
Arwell is
That's
on
why
the
the balloonist has seen.
Maybe.
I'll nominate Ellen, please.
Why?
I think Ellen's the more likely evil out of Ellen and Samantha. I think Ellen's the more likely evil out of Ellen and Karen. I think Ellen's evil.
Ellen?
I'm not evil. I'm still not a good kill. I don't know why the choices were me and Samantha or me and Karen, but I think Arwell seems like a good choice for today.
Alright.
I think Ellen seems good.
Takes 4 votes to put
Buying
Ellen
Ellen's
up for
choices.
execution.
Samantha seems good.
Starting now.
Maybe you are just the drunk Abdu.
I think
There's a
Abdu
fortune
being
teller
drunk-
no on me.
I'd like to nominate Samantha. I think I'd rather nominate your supposed dreamer, but I don't know who they are. But I feel like you could be the one in the noble ping. Or it is just seat 7 and there's no other way to know what's going on with that. So this does something. I feel good about George. Oh, I guess maybe that is just poisoned information, and fuck knows.
Samantha?
Yeah, I mean, apparently George is just out at evil now, so I don't know why
Only
he would try and
Karen
lift it
thinks
onto
this.
me.
Alright. Takes 4 to tie and 5 to put Samantha on the block. Starting now.
Oh boy. I'm really excited for this to be just seat 7 cackling to itself in the corner while the two of us scrabble at each other.
C7's like, why do I even need to talk? Like, staying silent is the ultimate
George
play.
nominates Karen.
Why?
The vibes are profoundly off.
Karen?
To you, who's out of evil and your demon's on the block, yeah, they are pretty off, aren't they, George? I just messaged you. I think, like, you could be good if I'm the drunk and your Nodashi poisoned and your info was wrong, which is why you basically out of evil on day 1. So I think
Don't have
Arsenal
information.
kill. Boom Daddy.
Alright. Takes 4 to tie and 5 to put Karen on the block. Starting now.
What did they do that was supposedly
Seat 7
outing evil?
voted. So that's 2.
I guess. Oh,
At a tie, Abdi.
shit.
Four
C7 vote.
is a tie. No one's on the block.
I thought you were
Whoa.
going to vote Hub.
Hang on, what?
Well,
Wait.
that's exciting.
Has Abdu been nominated?
Not yet.
Wait.
No, I have not.
Oh, that
Wait,
was
who
a tie?
voted? Only four
Seat
three.
7.
That was a tie. Yeah.
Me,
Oh.
Abdu. Yeah, me, C7, Abdu, Arwell voted on that.
I'll nominate Abdu.
Tell us why.
I would have much rather killed Arwell or George today, but Abdu is a likely evil if that's the evil team. So let's do this instead, I guess.
Abdi?
Not evil. Yay.
Alright.
But not the worst killer. You need to kill someone.
Takes 5 votes to put Abdi up for execution. Starting now.
I feel like if not, seat 7 is a certain evil, right?
Well, that's the thing. Does seat 7 vote for game balance or for their alignment, James?
It's just arbitrary. I have a bunch of
So
dice here
could-
because
could be
Arrow
good.
hosts a Call of Cthulhu podcast, and so I've just been sort of rolling them.
Okay.
Nice.
Just arbitrary voting.
Should we kill seat 7?
No.
I
Me
be
and
absolutely
C7 are
fair to you.
confirmed good from the Noble Pings, then, that are
I
probably
don't think
fake.
I've been nominated yet.
Closing the day in 5.
Who can still nominate C7?
I nominate seat 7.
Why? Takes 5 to put seat 7 on the block. Starting now.
Hello. Devin, I'll take it over. The evil role I dreamt seat 7 as is the broom dandy if everyone wanted to potentially prepare.
Whoa, that was,
That was so
Oh,
weird and
that was
laggy,
quick.
but also
I'm gonna
4 is
drop
not
that.
enough.
There was a huge lag.
Are they
Yeah.
on the block?
They got 4. Do you want me to run that again?
Um,
On my end, the voting happened
on,
fine,
Danica,
and the
did
sound
you-
happened
is-
later.
Sorry,
Is that
yeah.
what you just said?
Yeah. Sorry, James, I didn't mean to talk over you. It lagged so much I thought that nothing was happening.
Yep,
All good.
same.
Yeah, no, the evil role I dreamt seat 7 as is the broom dandy. So I was just telling people to be prepared for that potential.
ooh.
Oh, so what's George then?
Right.
Ellen!
Hang on, what's Ellen then?
C7 is just good, I think.
Closing the day in 3,
Has Ellen been on the block?
2.
Yeah, we know it.
Alan's good.
first.
Alan's good. Confirmed.
Yeah,
Can
the
we
evil team
put-
is just Abdu, George, and Arwell.
All right.
I think it's
no one
Ellen
is
and Samantha.
executed. Go to sleep. Things are not looking good for the evil team. Yeah, the whole stream is going. I think it's the app, so I might just refresh right now in the night and see if that makes things any better. Yeah, and now we get a nice Yagababble loading screen, so there's that. Alright, we're back. We're still muted. And hopefully we're gonna be okay. Just make sure my sound settings are as they should be. Alright. Oh, and there is now a cat who is making the dog go crazy. This is all fine. Okay, we've not had any execution. Let's find out who is gonna die tonight. That's true. I could have voted on myself, but I felt guilty that I had already voted elsewhere. Okay, so Danica dies. I think that's probably good. And then we will have... I think we should George as the other ping. Well, let's see who Karen wants to fortune tell. Because, like, I'm absolutely giving a yes on seat 7. And I think Poison Magician would also explain a lot of why Tesser's ability didn't seem to do anything. Yeah, we'll see. Hi, do you want to come up here too? Okay, you will see this in a second. I'm literally covered in animals. Hey, chill out. It's just a cat. George and Karen. Oh, this is so tough. I think we just give a yes. And we give Samantha George. Is that too much? It's very hard to make. I think Good's just gonna win this, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, let's give Arwell, actually. Might as well. Like, he's claiming to be a townsfolk. I don't think it helps, but at this point it's like, I don't know how much else we can do. And that's okay. Yeah, I don't know why, yeah, the irony that the Boom Dandy is so trusted. It's sometimes games go this way, and that's okay. The good team's playing well, not too much that we can do about that. Yeah, I think for better or for worse, because Samantha isn't considering Boffin Worlds, and I think part of that is just a good social read on Danica, there's like no question of like, oh, like Danica's just like a demon with a dreamer ability or something like that, or vice versa. But yeah, should be is what it is, and we'll see how the game goes. Ah, I see that my camera has disappeared in the night. I'll deal with that during the day. I am now covered in both a dog and a cat. So, you know, we're processing that. But in the meantime, Danica died.
Please fix that urgently. Because I want to see that.
Yeah, the camera thing's really important.
Yeah.
I just want to say, whoever the evil team is, chef's kiss. You've won.
Oh, is that so?
Sorry, guys. We're getting there. Okay, this should work. They need to be able to hear me. Okay.
Good roll you jumped seat 7 as, Danica.
The good roll, soldier.
Oh my god.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I'll try and do a little camera situation so
like,
we can get
the demon isn't going to target. Oh, dog and cat isn't going to be able to kill a soldier, and they aren't going to hit their own minion.
Yeah. So, George, you Marshall when confirmed by Abdu.
Yeah, Abdu saw me as the mayor.
You're not the mayor.
I am the mayor, though.
Goes in their claim elsewhere.
I'm
the mayor.
Karen, get in the bin.
I am in the bin.
I mean, I guess if Samantha has a Boffin ability, I guess getting the person who dreamt you night 1 is pretty powerful. But otherwise, it just makes you and Abdu look.
Oh, her second part was Boffin? Like the lunatic Boffin?
No, unless Samantha has the Boffin ability. Like, is the demon with a Boffin ability?
What is her minion situation, actually?
we
can't tell.
Well, because
so
Samantha pinged me and said, I am the balloonist who got you night 1. And I said, well, I believe that because I'm the dreamer who saw you as the balloonist.
Okay, what demon did you see her as?
Sorry?
What evil role did you see Samantha as, I think was the question.
It was Fengu or balloonist.
That makes sense, I guess. Well, seat 7, it's just you and me, and Gams and a cat and a dog. But apart from that, it's just you and me. So, give me 3 straight, Buster. What are you? Jesus Christ, you can't say that. It's on the internet, mate. People can hear you. Alright, I'm fresh out of bits, Gams, so that's all I got.
I appreciated that. I was very tempted to answer because, like, how fucking funny would it be if there's the one thing seat 7 says is just to you?
It's just like denying a slur and then going home. Great. Right, who can I bustle in on?
Actually, you know what, George? Ugh. Too late. I was debating. I was like, I think if I tell him that I'm the damsel, he might try and get me killed.
Yeah, it's the obvious choice, right?
I don't think it is Vigor, but it could be Vigor with Ellen, Samantha, Danica. George, are you actually Washerwoman confirmed by Abdu?
Yes.
What are you?
I'm the farmer.
Okay.
My question is, how did Samantha know about this? That you were the farmer?
Well, Samantha's on the farmer. Samantha knows that I'm Washerwoman confirmed.
Samantha told me you were the farmer.
What?
So I assume what happened is, so on day one in my defense, I make a reference to being confirmed to try to speak to Ellen. Abdu takes this as, oh, Gilg outing that I'm confirming him, and on day 2 tells Samantha I've seen Gilg as the farmer.
Okay.
So he's actually sticking to a washerwoman.
Yes.
Okay. And what did he see George as? Do you know?
No clue.
Right. Interesting. Okay. And Ellen is sticking to Mayor. George is claiming Mayor. Yeah, so there are
George
two.
is? Well,
Yeah,
I think
George
we
was saying
fill
he's the
into Abdu or Arwell if.
Welcome back to town.
What's happening? I was trying to hide this again, but apparently the secret is even more out than I thought. I'm the farmer.
I can confirm that I saw George as a farmer. However, I've heard of some other evidence that would line up with George being evil. The way he reacted to me saying farmer did seem like very legitimately surprised that I knew his role.
Yeah, I was in the process of telling Abdu, it's like I'm probably not the correct ping. Like that was I was saying that. Like,
Well,
it's probably the other person.
I
who
dreamt
decided.
George incorrectly, so.
You can go to Mars.
Yeah. So I'm now 50-50 on George. I'm now 50-50. What's up with Ellen?
It's fine.
Is there a reason that you're also the dreamer?
There's no rule saying you can only have one dreamer.
There's some rules saying you can only have one dreamer. Is there a reason for you to?
Okay.
As long as it's still annoying George, I'm going to continue claiming it.
At this point, I think it is probably more advantageous to us to keep all 3 noble pingers alive, because that contains a high proportion of good players if it is a legit set of pings.
I agree. Let's kill the noble.
Sure.
Oh, what are you claiming, by the way?
I'm the fisherman.
Oh.
Oh well, did you get pit hack changed last night? Or
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
He would still be evil, like, so just get him out of here.
Into what?
The Saint.
Alright, that's
Oh, wow.
ridiculous.
No way.
Why is it ridiculous? You're going to execute me today and the evil team is about to win.
Oh god. Oh god. I hate
Oh, this is a good game.
this.
Absolutely no bloody idea what's happening. In
Has anyone else been pit hacked?
I have not.
It could have whiffed or made a drunk.
And seat 7.
What goes in
I
season?
think there has to have already. Well, I guess there doesn't have to have been a drunk.
Could have been a damsel as well.
I'll nominate Arwell.
Why?
Arwell is lying. I was the starting saint. And I still am.
Right. I've been pitted into the Saint. This is ridiculous. Please don't execute me.
Takes 4 votes to put Arwell on the block. Starting now.
It's really hard to get votes with C7.
Yeah, we do have
Is
to
that just the evil
have.
team?
I don't.
I
believe Karen.
do not trust Karen one bit.
I don't believe Karen at all.
I
I don't know if
believe
we
Arwell.
are. Oh, either. No, I don't know if I believe Arwell, but I do know that I don't believe.
Okay, I think we should kill seat 7. I think they're Abdu. If you're good, seat 7 is evil.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I think
Why?
seat 7's the
Just
pit
because of socials and like the girls are good.
Seat 7 would be the boom dandy. Not
Yeah, if seat 7's the pit hag,
Nominations.
I have to be the drunk or George is the Nodashi.
What was the good role you saw seat 7 as? Like
Soldier.
Okay, well, alright, well then I guess kill George? I don't know.
George nominates Karen again.
Why?
I don't see it. I don't think Karen is good. I don't think he's behaving in a way that is particularly helpful, and I'd like her dead.
Karen?
Well, the thing is, seat 7 is probably going to vote, so I hope you don't vote, please. I'm good.
What are you?
Takes
I'm a
4
good
votes
role.
to put
Were
Karen
you
on
what
the
you
block.
told me they won?
Starting now.
The problem is
The thing that I claimed to you, and then
Yes.
you were like,
Yes.
okay.
Two's not enough.
I think I do believe that. I'll nominate seat 7.
Why?
I feel like they could be evil. I would also be okay with, I think, anyone else who's nominatable. So, yeah.
I am. George and Tessa's faces.
If they're the boom daddy,
This is a lot.
if
everyone.
It takes
together-
4 votes to put
Yeah, if
seat
they're the
7
boom dandy,
up
that-
execution. Starting now.
actually like really shifts the worlds for me.
Oh, you spoke over and I didn't hear seat 7.
Is there a world where Hob was Vigor killed?
4 is
No,
enough.
no,
Is the pit hag?
no.
Seat 7 is about to die.
Wait, was that 4 or 5 votes, James?
That was 4. Seat 7 did not vote on themselves.
Okay.
That was a clarification, not me speaking on seat 7's behalf.
I'm suddenly really paranoid. I'd also be okay with Ellen dying.
Ellen is good.
I mean, Ellen's messing about with
What do you
George,
mean
so let's keep
Ellen's
Ellen
good?
alive.
How do you know that Ellen's good? All
I
she's
dreamt-
done is double claim a dead player.
What?
All she's done is claim Zima.
No.
I'm guessing she's Dreamer confirmed. Unless the evil team is somehow Samantha, Ellen, Danica. Tessa, what were you?
But like, Danica...
I was muted. I was the magician, so the social suspicion on George is mostly from me because of the way that George came to me in the first conversation of the day.
This is the
Oh yeah, I was
last-
trying to make myself look like a drunk so I get jumped to.
Last call for nominations.
So do we want to activate the boom dandy or no? Like,
I think
don't know
that
how to
if
do that.
seat 7 is the boom dandy, that would be helpful.
And hilarious.
Who is the demon to seat 7? We
Ellen.
need some idea.
I think we don't comment until Jams has decided who dies.
Yeah.
That's a
Closing the
good point.
day in 5.
Well, here we go.
All right, Town, you have decided to execute seat 7. Seat 7 is executed. And before I die, I would just like to say to you all, uh-oh. 10. 9.
Do we want to decide?
What?
Ellen or Karen?
8. Oh, sorry. Other
What?
people are also
People are-
dead.
no,
Yep,
it's
we know how to do
Harwell.
this. Can I
Oh, yeah,
kill
who
people?
else is...
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Who's alive? Oh,
Who's dead?
Let's try that again.
so
10,
Danica is sober. So
9.
I was no doubt poisoned by
8.
Arwell. Arwell's the demon.
I'm the mayor.
I've been dragged
7.
into the Saint.
6.
No, you aren't. It's Arwell.
What?
I'm the
Five.
mayor.
Everyone lifted Arwell.
I
Alan
have
is
been
good.
dragged
Alan
into the
is good.
Saint.
3.
No, Arwell, you're evil.
Abdu, I promise you I'm good.
I
I
agree
think
with
George.
What are
I
you?
love
Karen!
Arwell.
I don't think
It's not
George.
George.
All right.
But what's Karen then?
Town. There are. I need to count because there are. Seat 7 is pointing at Ellen, and so that is 1, 2, 3, 4 people pointing at Arwell. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 people pointing at Ellen, and 1 person pointing at George.
Well, fuck.
Wow.
So no
Uh-oh.
one dies,
Oh.
which
What?
means there are 3 players alive. So the game, as I understand it, is over. I really want to make sure I'm ruling this right. Because, yeah.
An execution has occurred.
An execution has occurred. So I think that it's going to be night and you're all going to go to sleep.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. This is an interesting one. Yeah, because I think the mayor's ability, and we can talk about this, the mayor's ability specifically says if 3 players live and no execution occurs. But an execution had occurred. It was just an execution of a boom dandy. These are 2 characters that don't typically work together. So, no, Hob was pointing at George. There were 4. You think it was 5, 4, 1? Did I count wrong? Okay, if I counted wrong, well, we can wait. Yeah, because I counted. Hob was pointing at George. Karen, Danica, Ellen, Samantha were pointing at Arwell. Arwell, Abdu, Tesso, and Seat 7 were pointing at Ellen. Did I count wrong? Hang on. There were Karen, did George, okay, if George pointed at Arwell as well, yeah, Karen, George, yeah, George did point at Arwell. Okay, I just can't count. Cool. Arwell dies. This is fine. This isn't scuffed at all. Cool. All right, good morning.
Quiet,
Chat
surprisingly.
has, yeah, well, I was just trying to remember how to count. It's quite difficult because with the Boom Dandy and Seat 7, it turns out that you can't really do things very well. Also, oh no, get off the keyboard, please. This is fine. This is so fine. There were 5 votes on Arwell, not 4. I just can't count. But chat has helped me count, so Arwell did in fact die. So the game is over. This wasn't a scuffed game at all. And I would like to congratulate George's team, the good team, on their victory.
What? Wow.
Wait, what? That's wild.
An interesting combination of characters. George is in fact the good farmer, but I did use the Boffin to give the Nodashi the washerwoman ability, and I showed them that George or Seat 7 was the farmer. So yeah, they knew that George was in fact the farmer, which I thought would be a nice little thing for them to have. Karen was absolutely right that she was Nodashi poisoned by Arwell. Hob, however, as the fisherman who had not used his ability, had no way of figuring that out, which was pretty good. We had a very strong evil team out of the bag, or good team out of the bag. We had Danica, our dreamer. We had Samantha, our balloonist. We had Ellen, our mayor, who on the first night when Karen picked Samantha and Ellen, and I was like, that feels like a good place for a red herring. But then it was very rough after the lift on Arwell. I was like, I feel like I have to give Karen a yes on George, but like, what do we do there? And that leaves Tesso, who was going to be the magician, but then I fucked up and told the minion and demon who each other were. So you were the drunk because we had a balloonist, so we could do that.
Oh.
And that was our game of the Ballad of Seat 7.
Oh boy.
Well done, Seat 7.
Yeah.
Well done,
Seat
7.
Oh. Yeah, so close.
Who was the 5th hand on me? I'm very disappointed.
I think it was George at the last second. It was very tricky because I think the functionality.
It's
weird. George was pointing at Orwell.
Yeah. The functionality in the app is a little funky with Seat 7, and I think it's the sort of thing that just, it would be a lot easier to run the Boom Dandy in person with that, because it was hard for me to make it clear, like, when the vote ended. But I don't think that was a script problem at all. I think that was just me sort of figuring out, like, the app. But yeah, that was an interesting one. I think the good team had a lot of really good socials on each other and a lot of really powerful roles that all just kind of happened to converge. I liked that I could use Seat 7's vote to, put Arwell, like, save Arwell, basically. Yeah, but it was interesting. I was very, very, very tempted. It felt difficult for me as the storyteller to find times when Seat 7, like, could actually say something that would really help Evil specifically. And there was one time when George and I were alone in town, and I was very, very, very close. I think if he had stayed in town for one more second, I was gonna out damsel to him, just to see what he did.
That would have been so good.
I was really tempted, but then you
Don't
left,
think
and
I
I was
would've
like,
believed
God damn it,
it.
because I was like, well, George, actually, and then you left,
Yeah,
and I was like, no, that
I heard
was my
you start
chance.
to say something. Yeah, I was like, I'd put the ping out. I was like, make it quick, Janice, please make it quick.
It was very hard because there was.
I love the fact that. I was just gonna say, if George did say that Seat 7 told him it was the damsel, I'd be like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, because if no one else, I was thinking about that because I was
just
like,
kept that to myself.
Mentally, I was like, surely, like, Seat 7 only would speak to everyone, but no, I think it's way more fun, arguably, if their once per game speech is just to one other person, especially if it's, like, the most sus good person in the town to the rest of the good team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I think I would have had to never out it, but it would have affected my play.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah, this is a really interesting script.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
really
it's
interesting
not the Seat 7, I don't think, that's interesting in itself. It's the choice of the other. It's the choice of the other characters on the script. Duh. But I think that's what makes the Seat 7 thing really interesting.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really joyful. Like, part of why, and in hindsight, I think this is really why I kind of left out the magician stuff, was because I had Arwell and Abdu in the chat to talk about the boffin thing, which I obviously shouldn't have done in hindsight, knowing sober magician at the time. But I just, like, really loved the idea that I could have the two of them and then be like, your other minion is Seat 7. And they both were, like, laughing and delighted by it. And I was like, this is so fun and great. And, like, it'll be interesting to see. At the same time, it was really interesting seeing how players interacted with the voting of Seat 7, because there was, like, you know, they couldn't nominate and they couldn't really vote, or they could a little, but I was trying very much to err on the side of, like, letting the game play out. But it was very interesting seeing, like, you know, there was a point where I think Karen said, like, oh, you know, it's so much harder to get someone on the block because Seat 7's not voting. But I was like, but Seat 7's not even on your team. Like, it's, if anything, it's harder for Evil in a lot of ways. But yeah, it was very, very interesting. And I think, yeah, I like how it feels like
if
the
I
game...
have come to you on day one and asked what Seat 7 was,
I think if you had done that, I would have simply told you, because that feels like a better use of the once per game speaking than not telling you. As it was, I was like, I don't think you need to know, because either you figure it out when you die and the game doesn't end, you figure it out because someone claims to be pit-hagged, and I'm pit-hagging sort of arbitrarily but with an edge towards helping Evil, or you figure it out because the boom dante goes off. So I was like, I don't think you, like, need to know what Seat 7 is. What I love is if it's boffin, you know, without having to talk to them. So I thought that was quite fun. Like, if the minion tokens had been switched, you would have gotten a boffin ability, and then Abdu would have been like, I'm the pit hag, and you would have been like, great, we know what Seat 7 is. Yeah. But yeah, I like the idea that the script can feel really, really different depending on what team Seat 7 is on, and I'm very curious to see if when Seat 7 is good, if it's a lot worse for the good team, just because, like Karen said, you know, they're going to be missing the voting and the nominations from a good player. But
yeah.
It didn't, yeah.
It's
really
so pronounced at 10 players as well, right? Because you have 3 equals out of 10 is quite punishing on voting nomination, and Seat 7 being evil here kind of help balance that in an interesting way.
Yeah. Right on.
I think there's an interesting one where the lift on Arwell looked slightly less suspicious because of Seat 7 doing it. There was an amount where it was like, oh, maybe just whimsy,
I know when Karen was like, to see someone vote randomly, and I was like, yeah, totally. Not that I just voted to like not kill the demon. It felt too bad, genuinely, from like a fun perspective. I was like, it would suck so hard to be like, oh, my evil team literally can't rise up because one of them is a voiceless seat. Like, that sucks. I'm always voting here, but I had to make sure that I did it at the right time so that it didn't seem as sus. But yeah, this is great. I'm gonna go let chat go on their merry way and show them how to vote and whatnot. So I'm actually gonna end up being yeeted from the room when I do that. But thank you all so much for playing and for showcasing these two wonderful scripts. Appreciate you all. And I'm gonna go give chat the little voting reminder and stuff.
Really good.
Yeah, thanks y'all.
Cool.
All right, folks. So if you want to vote on the World Cup matches, you can click check out the script World Cup here at the bottom of the app page, and that will bring you to this page. If your internet connection is better than the one I'm currently using, it'll load a lot faster. But yeah, you can come up on here and go right here. Now the vote is open on our matchup here, the Warrens versus the Ballad of Seat 7. Vote for the one that you think was your favorite to watch, or if you played in them. Like, what's awesome is that on the app you can access all of these scripts, so you can go and play them as you wish. They both seem genuinely super fun, these scripts. I really, really liked this. The way that the actual voting, the structure of the competition works, basically every script is going to play every other script in its pool once. So there's 4 pools of 4 scripts each, so they'll have 3 matchups in each pool, and then the voting is sort of calculated as a percentage out of 100. So if, let's say, like, the Warrens get 60% of the vote and the Ballad of Seat 7 gets 40% of the vote, as an example, then the Warrens would get 60 points, the Ballad of Seat 7 gets 40 points. After the 3 matchups of each script playing each other script, then the 2 scripts in each pool with the highest number of points will move on to a 8 script bracket situation. And there is a leaderboard now, which I think I can show you. Yeah, right here, World Cup leaderboard. So you can see in each group sort of where the scripts are and how many points they've received so far. Obviously, there haven't been too many matchups so far. But yeah, lots of fun stuff. And again, huge shout out to Brain and Lachlan for building all of this and just doing such a cool job with all of these graphics and everything. Oh, that's not what we wanted. But yes, so like I said, you can vote right here on the app on all of the matchups. So the votes are still open on I See Dead People versus the River Styx, still open on This Is Not My Beautiful House and Binary Supernova, which aired respectively on Noobs on the Goof Tower on YouTube and the Thursday TPI stream. And then we have our matchup, the Warrens versus Ballad of Seat 7. Coming up, we've got matchups on Grim Scenarios and then the TPI Thursday and Sunday streams, I believe. So just lots of fun stuff. Our next match here on Gen Con is going to be all the way in April. I think it's literally on 420, which is just fun. So yeah, we will see you back there. But in the meantime, we will see you around during the week on the Gen Con stream. We stream very ungodly early in the mornings on Fridays here in Australia and at a more normal time of the afternoon and evening in the UK and US. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in and for supporting the World Cup. This has been a really, really cool competition. Lots of fun to see the community doing their thing. And yeah, we will see you around. Enjoy the rest of the World Cup. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thank you so much for joining us.